Audio live.
And that's how you perform cunnilingus.
No, it's not.
Oh, God damn it. We're not doing this now. Hey everyone, welcome to another nifty D&D stream. I'm Dan, I'll be the DM for this session of Pirates. I'm an old boy, so yeah, we'll be playing up a battle session. We'll do a little recap here in a moment. You can see that we currently are down not one, but two people, and they will be punished for
Bam,
it.
there we go.
So, yeah, as you can see, we are down Tom and Kane today. I'm doing little one-on-one sessions with them, just so they can kind of fill in on what they're missing, kind of thing.
Yeah, normally we don't go if more than one person's out, but it was last minute, so
we thought, you know what, we'll still do it. It'll be a short one. Already done Tom's session, so that'll be fun. I just got the Kane's, but we will now introduce the players that we do have here in the room, and we'll start as always with the shirted man to my left.
Hello, I am Jamie, gone but not forgotten, and I am playing Fawaro. He is a Aarakocra rogue, future pirate king, and he's a saucy boy.
Hey, it's me, it's Elliot. I'm playing Garvin Serius Uitvar. He is a Goliath barbarian. He's Fuaro's bodyguard, and yeah, a bit of a bastard really. Like he's just a bit nasty. And while I'm here, while I've got you all captivated, the winner of last week's Climax Comet competition was the lovely Flaming Killer. Thank you very much for sticking around and commenting. I will note that the Climax Comet ended up being in the break last session because we took it very late. But in any case, thank you for sticking around for the Climax.
Hello, I'm Callum. I'll be playing Scythus, the lawful neutral Triton Druid. He likes to be an octopus most of the time. Today we are sponsored, but also not sponsored, and kind of sponsored. Please sponsor us by Beholder's Gaze. I bought one of their mystery dice bags, and I'm going to play in this whole session with one of their mystery dice. So
They make cool dice.
Very cool dice.
Yeah,
I just ordered two today, 2 sets of
Beholder's Gaze. Like
what we've got, boys.
Anyone who makes dice is kind
Ooh!
of
Wow.
I have no idea what they are, but they're really pretty.
Ghostly.
Yes,
They're pretty and ghostly and gel and lovely.
Can you chuck one my way?
I'll try and get one in the can.
They're swirls with like little bits of candy and
Kind of like greeny, bluey, yellowy
So
magic.
nice.
Yeah.
so that is beautiful.
Encompassing them cool.
Oh,
They went
you
in
can't roll it. You can't roll it first. Callum, roll them.
Wow.
Yeah, get the. Okay, yeah.
Oh, we should have checked what they all landed on when you first got them out of the...
It's too late. Oh, the
19.
There we
That's
go.
good.
Nice.
Like, lots
pretty
of ones,
nice.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll ignore those.
Most
Just
of them.
focus on the 19.
Yeah, cool.
That's the important one.
Cheers, guys.
Outstanding. Oh, it's me now. Hello. Hello, my name's Annie. I'm a tired girl today, but it's okay because I'm here for D&D, and Nem's not a tired girl.
We're all
She's
tired girls.
yeah, we're all tired girls at the end of the
Yeah.
day. The character I'm playing is Nem Mirror. She is chaotic neutral. Nearly forgot then for a second. She's also a warlock human character. She's got a friend who's a raven on her shoulder. She's on a quest to find her brother, who's a very naughty boy.
He's not your brother, he's a very naughty boy.
Oh, a side note, I watched the Monty Python Holy Grail again the other day for the first time in years, and
I watched it for the first time ever a few weeks ago.
No way.
Great film.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good,
Yeah.
isn't it? There are those who call me Kim. But anyway,
Which is better.
so it'll probably be a bit of a short session. We probably won't have a break midway through as we start a little bit later. But without further ado, last time our intrepid gang of newly minted pirates arrived in Tortuga on the aptly named HMS Swag Ship, on the hunt for sails, paint, a crew, and Limey Limesworth that they lovingly named, even though they didn't ask his name.
Oh yeah.
They managed to hook up with one of Garv's old friends by the name of Nowhere, this kind of very large white albino tiefling, and procure themselves a hefty crew of, I believe, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. What were your new members?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7.
Yeah, so crew of 9 total.
Oh.
Was 10 total. They hired a crew, did a favour for Nowhere in which they went to a warehouse, killed everyone inside and burned it down, within which Nem unfortunately sustained a lingering injury to her leg from a big old hyena boy. After the place had been burnt down, you returned to the ship to find that your crew had been and found Limey Limesworth. However, it seemed that he did not want to join the crew, so the member Gorecleaver cut off his leg to bring him to the captain for persuasion, should we say. What ensued was a brief interrogation of Limey Limesworth, where they found out about a drug smuggling industry based in limes that he moves around here and there, which he gave up pretty easily, and the swift firing of Gorecleaver as well, to the dismay of the crew. But spirits were raised after a night of drinking, and the crew headed out, leaving dock and headed towards Titan's Cradle. You sailed through the Wain. Yes, you sailed through the rain for about 9 days or so, and on the 8th day saw a gentleman kind of unconscious in the sea. You managed to save him through the help of Garb and Scythus, kind of pulling him up onto deck. He thanked you profusely for saving him, told you that his name was Asher Commonbrook, and that his ship had been sunk by some rivals, and that he is a kind of a smuggler of sorts.
I completely forgot about him.
Indeed, he's an elven gentleman. So you actually made it to Titan's Cradle. You kind of are pulling up. It's around midday-ish. You can see the sun is high in the sky, but there's this kind of like low kind of like mist and kind of gloom around, just from the nights and nights and nights of rain that have happened over the past couple of days, which has now let up. As you kind of go towards this city that is built inside the hand of some kind of long-fallen titan or statue of some kind, you kind of find yourselves pressing onwards towards the ring finger, which is where the dock seems to have the most space. You can see a long jetty that is built not just around each finger individually, but connecting all of them up to create this very long harbour side. And you notice that distinctly the only one that's not linked up to the others is the thumb. As you come on in, you can see these fingers towering hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of feet above you, all with buildings kind of built onto the outside. Kind of looks like people have kind of pushed out from the inside of the fingers or the districts, to kind of create various homesteads, shops, and just general buildings here and there. As you kind of pull in, you see as Iklal kind of walks on up, kind of like chucks a rope off the side of the ship towards the dockhand, who seems to be waiting, and catches it and begins kind of tying you guys down. And you can see you're all captured. You see as a gentleman kind of with a little like a boy to his side. He has like a clipboard in hand, has this long kind of beige coat on, this kind of like tattered beige tricorn with these kind of like white curls kind of coming out for hair. Human male kind of walks over and kind of waits as the gangway is kind of like lowered, and as you kind of begin to step up, he kind of beckons to you, being that you are the captain of the ship.
True. Before we probably get started as well, quick shout out, if you would like to donate, thank you very much. If you give us £3, you can give a player disadvantage or advantage to the DM. If you donate £5, you can give a nat 20 or crit fail to a player or the DM. It's there now. So yeah, thank you for your patronage.
So as you guys are kind of gathered on deck, you see as Mustela kind of like just nods to you guys and walks down the gangway and walks off into the market district.
Oh no!
Off he goes.
Au revoir.
Funny, nice. Nice
Tell
like
him
that.
a big secret, but I guess.
He can wait.
Yeah.
You'll hear later. Hello, sir.
He says, "Greetings. Name?
Fuaro.
No. Road.
What?
HMS swag ship. Pirate or Midas? I'm assuming pirate by the flag.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Any goods to declare before the search?
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything.
We got some limes. Lots of limes.
Yeah, we got loads of fruit and stuff.
Are they personal use or here to sell?
Personal.
Yeah.
They are like, don't try and take our names.
Okay. He kind of collapses and you see there's a couple of guards kind of in these fairly nice ornate kind of like they look kind of like somewhere between brass and gold, like breastplates with these sashes that kind of go down and tuck into the midsection, kind of come on up onto the ship and just begin kind of looking about the ship. They go down into the hull and kind of look at the stocks. You'd know that this is common practice, just because when you bring goods into port, you give the port a share of the goods to for them allowing you to sell in the city, kind of thing. kind of looks around and goes, right, so it'll be 5 gold to more up, and then you can stay as long as you need.
Right, there you go. Hand him the 5 gold.
Cool. Does that. He kind of waits for the guard to come back down. He kind of nods to you and goes, thank you for your patronage. I'll be around if you need anything.
Right, what could you provide us?
Directions mainly. I know the city like the back of my hand. Pardon the pun.
Haha,
Oh,
like
I
it.
actually know the city quite well.
Oh, do you?
I've been here before.
Oh, nice. Have I been in before? In my many voyages.
How old are you again? You
I'm like
you're
5.
pirating for like a year.
I've been on the sea for a year now.
Just roll a d20 check for me, I guess.
Yes, that is the 5th 3 I've rolled this evening.
Yeah, you've never come to Titan's Cradle. You've heard of it, but yeah, it's never been a city that's kind of taken your fancy for whatever reason.
We're on the ring finger, right?
Yeah, so the ring ward, which is the market district, but you can see the jetty kind of goes across all of the fingers, or the base of. You see as Nowhere, Fames, and Pranvik are kind of like grouped up, kind of walk down the gangway, and Nowhere just kind of goes, I'm going to show these guys around town, I've been here before, get a drink, try and toughen this one up a little bit. He kind of pops Fames in the arm, he just, ow!
Knocks him into the water.
And he's like, oh, it's just a joke, come on, man.
Do your best. Have a good time.
Can do.
I'll address the rest of the crew. Anyone else who wants some short time?
Eric just kind of goes up and goes, yeah, I'll, I can got some business to take care of in Titan's Cradle, actually.
Okay.
So I'll be back. You see as it
On your way.
kind of steps up and goes, I'm assuming that both captain and quartermaster are going ashore,
Yes.
and you'll need someone to step up and keep the rest of the slot in line while you're gone.
If you can.
Be my pleasure.
I tap him on both shoulders.
Yeah. Is this our tiefling friend?
No,
The
that's,
black one.
This is
Iqbal,
Sapphire Beard.
He's the guy that you pay 3 gold a day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Him then. If the tiefling's gone,
Yeah.
I'm
he's
so terrible with
The
names.
black tiefling is still there as well. He's
Okay.
Flash. Yeah. The only ones that have left are Eric, Fames, Pranvik, and Noah.
Okay, cool.
So Cat, what's Cat's name again?
So Relics,
I like-
Hickory, Clash, and Iqlal, and Dragon.
of
And
course,
Clip-Clop.
Dragon. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Clip-Clop.
Is Clip-Clop staying aboard, even though Fames went?
No, Fames can take Clip-Clop actually.
No, okay, I would have said to Nowhere then, I'll keep the pony safe. Don't care about the guy.
Yeah,
Sure,
whatever with him.
Assumed as much.
Good.
You see as they all walk off.
We'll shall we leave Sapphire Beard or Clash in charge?
We could just split the bill between them, like they could do both kind of like
Yeah.
co-charge.
You see
Yeah.
as
And then if there's like a mutiny, they can like stop the other one from mutinying.
you see as Iqlal's already began like telling people like
That's too
kind of
late then.
Well, there we go.
what to do, kind of like just bringing the sails,
Clash.
unhoist the mizzen mast. he
Yay!
they're going, they're leaving. No, my ship!
Oh, Captain, what are we actually here for?
I thought we came for the library, but that one scurried off.
Yeah.
Because I quite like to go to the library as well, actually.
Well, that's where
Oh, I know where that is. That's on the index finger,
because Mostella's
That one, right?
as far as I know.
yeah, Mostella's heading that way. I think we mainly came for him because we got everything else we needed to make the boat look nice.
We didn't sort out our sails, I don't think.
Oh no.
We could look.
No,
for,
you still got the same sail.
But the ring finger's the market district anyway.
Well,
we're right here, so
Okay,
we could look
let's
for
go find some dye.
some dye.
Sort them out.
So we miss a shop, eh?
Don't-
And then,
Don't
yeah,
go
really.
to the little finger or the thumb unless you might want some trouble.
Oh, what kind of trouble?
Well, the thumb is a prison,
Okay. Oh, that's why it's separate. Okay.
and the little finger's like a rough neighbourhood.
Okay.
So, like, I guess we could go there.
We could go
like,
there.
I don't-
Maybe.
I'd rather you
We need a goal. We need something to do on the waves. We need to find ourselves either a little job,
Oh, that's a good idea.
some people to take somewhere,
Oh, yeah.
start off
That's not a bad
our Uber ship.
We'll get a sending stone in like each city, and one
Oh,
of the
that's
ship,
amazing!
and then they can like, they need the ship. They can just like ring in.
That's genius.
I know. I just came up with that on the spot.
When we have a fleet, we'll do that.
Think about if I applied myself.
I'm afraid to.
Oh, there's also a middle finger with like some performances and stuff, so like we could go there and watch something.
Nice, yeah, fair.
I don't know what kind of performances. I didn't go the last time I was here.
No. Probably a play.
Maybe like I was hoping for a fight.
Oh, we can get a fight. I know the.
Sounds like if you want to fight, you'd have to go to that little finger.
I don't want to just beat up homeless people though.
We had our fill of torture. We're fine now. We got it out of us.
Oh yeah, so
That's all I've known you want.
Something you kind of notice as well as you're stood on the dock.
Office
You notice
time.
this dock is quite heavily guarded. You see quite a lot of the same kind of breastplated, kind of sashed guards kind of patrolling or looking around. And you see it's also because there are Midas people kind of walking around just openly. There are Midas ships, there are people in Midas coats kind of walking around paying no mind to anyone else, kind of minding their own
I'm going to go up to one of the guards and be like,
Yep.
"Oh, friend, I see there's a lot of Midas around. I'm guessing no funny business."
None at all.
What's the...
It's no tolerance, no warning policy between you lot and them lot.
So like what? I would know what would happen.
Essentially, the law is both Pirates and Midas are allowed to come into the city, but they don't want to be part of your guys' feud. So if anyone causes trouble with either side, both sides get punished.
No fight.
With
Okay.
no warning, nothing.
Oh, does that include like just a fun bar fight, or is that all out like weapon-based combat?
Yeah, you've been here before. You'd know that. Yeah, there's not really bar fights in the city. It's quite a good city.
All right, on law, we're leaving.
This if you had to put an alignment on this city, it'd be lawful neutral.
Okay,
Okay.
Oh, I feel right at home here.
there you go. Right, one thing I want to do while we're here, because we've got that empty room on the ship, we should look into
I'll find a shipwright.
do that, see what we can do with it. Upgrade. Get us a little bit more fortified, because we've got 2 cannons and not really much armour. At least find out some prices for
I think
upgrades.
you can just straight up. It doesn't even require the upgrade
Yeah, we
slot.
can just get some.
You can just get some
metal.
ship armour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much though is more the...
That's a good point.
Yes.
Well,
Because finances are as ever.
We should probably start like a ship fund for like ship stuff.
I was thinking, because we've discussed on the voyage here, we've got how we're splitting our money, like the booty we find. So it's 10% each, and then 20 in like the group hold, like ship upgrades,
I like that.
stuff, and then 20 to the crew. Like, how's that?
Oh, Nem, do you know how much money we've got as a crew right now?
You're our accountant.
No one ever gave me the figures.
I don't think we have any. That's why.
No, we haven't started. We've not made any money since
I
we
think
got...
we've been paying the crew out of our pockets.
Yeah, we have. Oh no.
No one gave me
You
any pens
paid
to
them,
write
you
it
paid
down
them for
with.
10 days, and 9 days are up now.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so we need to.
As of tomorrow, we need to start
should
actually
start a
paying up.
fund, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
There you go.
0. 0.
We have our accounts.
Yes.
They're in order.
0 gold.
Right, so
Do we want to get like...
We need like a coin boy.
Did you ever play the game Overlord?
Yes.
No.
Should we get like... Let's get one of those big rooms that we just fill with our money that like just slowly increases.
just start sinking the ship?
Yeah, just like, let's get a money room. Scrooge McDuck-esque.
Well, we could try and get a pocket dimension.
Like a chest of
A
holding.
whole dimension?
Well, like a bag of holding or a chest of holding.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was a real jump from let's get armour to the ship, make a room look nice, to let's get an entire dimension for ourselves.
Well, what else do you call it?
If we had a dimension, I could like spend some time there. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Peace and quiet.
There's the end. There's the end game for us. To get our own dimension.
Might be a place where I can actually stand up inside the ship as well.
Oh, maybe.
Quite nice.
Have you ever seen inside the ship?
Don't think so.
Oh,
I had a peek once.
oh, to stuck your head in, got stuck in the door.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Okay, so are we gonna go find...
We're just standing on like the
Yeah,
game.
we're just kind of.
Just having a chat.
Everyone else is kind of waiting behind us. Like,
I need to pee so badly.
if you want, I'll jump in.
Right,
Okay,
well,
Die's first off.
Die first.
Keep an eye out for interesting.
Die first, come back to life.
Yeah. Die first.
Find-
Resurrection.
Find the priest.
Oh, what's his face? The guy we picked up from the ocean. How's he doing?
Actually, he's doing all right. You see, as he kind of like he comes out on deck, kind of he's dried off now, and you can see that he actually scrubs up pretty well. You say he's a 9 now that he's not near death.
Oh.
He kind of looks out at the city, he kind of takes it in.
What was his holy symbol? Because you didn't spot
It was
that.
Some kind of
it was
demon.
Grust,
Which it's like death and lust or something.
the demon lord of seduction and debauchery.
That was it. Okay.
Whoa.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's slept with half the crew since he's been on at this point. Cannot confirm or deny if it's for her.
River's like,
Right. So,
River tried to marry him to everyone.
what's going on?
Oh, Casanova, you coming?
Hmm?
What's your game plan?
I was just going to stay on the ship if that's okay with you for now. Still got a bit of a cough.
Boo, you whore.
We'll take you out for a drink bite.
Sure, maybe tonight I'll rest up and then I'll be able to consume alcohol without throwing up.
Oh, I just forgot. I need to talk to Clash quickly.
Yep, you do you.
I'm just gonna run over to Clash. It's Clash or Crash?
Clash.
Okay, I got it
You
right.
see he's sat, as his usual spot when you moor up, he's sat by the gangway just polishing one of his flintlocks.
Okay, I don't think we'll be needing that today with this port, but the new kid, keep an eye on him.
Will do. And if he does anything funny.
You know the price.
What's the this is to him again. What's your intentions at this point? What's your end game?
Well,
Not you, Crash.
oh, sorry.
thing you
Um,
ask a person.
Well, I don't know. My whole crew was killed, so I wouldn't mind finding out some information on the bastards who killed them.
Yeah,
We did ask him if it was shadowy people, right?
Yeah.
we did, and he said no.
Yeah.
He said no.
Never heard of it.
Did you see the sails?
I was below deck for most of it, but I think they were blue.
Blue sails. Sounds
that sounds-
Midasy.
They're usually blue with gold trim, Midas ones.
Okay.
That would.
It would be strange for Midas ship to be that far kind of towards Tortuga, though.
True. Okay. I mean,
Unless
are you looking for a new crew? Are you?
Potentially, yeah.
Will we staying here? Like we? What are you doing?
You
What's wrong with
guys,
us?
you guys have seemed alright so far. I'm going to see if I can get a message to any of my contacts. I don't know, but providing that they've got nothing for me, which I assume they won't now that most of them are dead. If you've got slots, I could certainly
Yeah, well,
fill any.
God.
we've got at
We
least
did
8
lose a
slots.
guy, to
We
be
got
fair,
rid of a
yeah.
guy, we could gain a guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have a big axe?
No,
Oh.
I'm
What
not
about the
much
big
of a
heart?
fighter.
What would you say your
What's it-
special
yeah.
talent is?
What's your skills?
Smuggling contacts. I know how to smuggle things.
He's a
that's-
sneaky
That's
one.
quite
pretty
useful. That's
useful,
useful to want to smuggle stuff.
We are part of it, pirates.
We do have lines now.
There's
We
nothing worse
can
than
get
like
in.
coming to a port and then they take your goods and
Yeah,
we'll
you-
be the ones who took them. Why should they have a share?
I like the way this guy thinks.
Okay. Alright. We'll take you out for a drink tonight. You'll rest up.
I've got a sense
And we'll,
of
we'll have a
messages,
chat.
so
He's sounding like a 2 gold a day kind of guy.
Yeah.
do you know where you'll be drinking? I've been here before.
Would I know a good bar?
You'd know the. Some of the bars are.
Oh, where does this guy? If he drinks, where does this guy drink? Bulgarian.
Bulgarian. It would be in the corner of the Coin Collector, which is one of the bars in the Ring Ward.
We'll go there.
Okay.
Right. He kind of goes back into the vacant room that you have that he slept in for the night.
Oh yeah, he did that. We can't let him keep that.
It's just like sludge starts pouring out from under the door one day.
Oh, he's an ooze. Okay, we'll have a chat about that. Because he seems alright.
He seems alright.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, right. Die.
Guards immediately rush over. Crash just starts firing into the ground.
Go! Loose the sails!
I think we need a much less conspicuous.
When Tom goes back to the session, it's just, so they've left you.
You return to where you moored up. The ship is gone.
The ship is gone.
It's surrounded by corpses.
Several dead guards. Fames is dead. I don't know how. Unrelated.
The horse is fine. The horse is stood atop the corpses.
Okay, let's
Go
shopping.
buy some trinkets.
Oh, I do also know that this is quite a good shopping market district. You can usually get like anything you're looking for here.
Oh, interesting. I don't really need much more than what I've got. Yeah, we need a.
It's
we
nice
need-
to be content.
Yeah,
That's a good thing to be.
we need a goal. We need direction. That's what we don't have.
We're getting die.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, we have a boat.
I've got the
And we have-
treasure map.
We have oh, good point.
I've got a treasure map as well.
We've got treasure maps. Oh, That's what we're doing.
This was like a stopping off point.
Yeah, so did I, but I didn't know where we were going to stop next. If we've got treasure maps, that's...
We can cross that bridge from there.
Yeah, why not? Okay, get die, go for drinks this evening,
See if we can find a job here.
get a job, yeah.
I'm going to start working as a bartender.
Yeah, there we go. we got our ship, that's all I wanted. Let's retire quietly here.
How's it?
Let's open up our own bar.
On the ship.
Yeah, mooring up forever. It's 5 gold there. Do you know how good that rent is? 5 gold for as long as we want.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah, probably should have been more. Well.
Do you think they kick off if we're here for like 2 years?
As long as you want, but don't take the piss. Okay. So as you guys kind of like head into the base of the ringward, you've got this kind of large winding spiral staircase that's kind of carved up the inside of the finger. It's about a 20-foot wide staircase, and you can see various people kind of going up and down, just going about their daily business.
I'll be flying, just sort of around.
You can see on the kind of like main shaft at the base of the finger, you can see lifts that are kind of like taking goods up into the upper floor. And as you break out onto this large kind of like base floor of the market district, you're presented with a very large hollow chamber, as the inside of the finger has been entirely hollowed out. As you look up, you can see buildings kind of built spiraling up the entirety of the finger, all the way up and up and up, even possibly to the heights that the finger goes out of sight. You can see the darkness above kind of peppered with these little lights of lanterns kind of shining in windows of shops that are kind of built into the sides, and it creates this kind of like hazy, almost fairy-like star-like effect. You see various people walking to and from of all colours and creeds. You see humans, you see Midas, you see a couple of Goliath walking around, you see a couple of goblins walking around, and something you notice, Faro, is every now and again you'll see a couple of Aarakocra like fly from one set of shops over across to another and fly back, because it seems there's a bit more of an Aarakocran presence in the city.
If I hadn't told you before, Dan, I love your brain. Your brain is the best.
You see as well kind of dominating the central column as this floor essentially has not been entirely hollowed out. You see kind of a central stone pillar that still remains, that seems to have a door with a sign above it, which you would know is the corner of the coin collector. And you can see the kind of the sign above it, kind of these hands kind of clasped around a big pile of kind of coins at some sort of gambling table. But yeah, you can see just spiraling upwards, just dozens and dozens of shops. You can see various exits that lead on bridges towards the Little Hood and the Middle Sect, which are on either side of the finger. But for the time being, the district is yours. What would you like to do?
Oh, we rule this
It's
place
yours.
now.
Yeah, you've got it.
We're in charge.
Right, let's make some changes.
Yeah. We're getting rid of the ring finger.
Yeah, could we find somewhere that would sell dyes?
Yeah, make a investigation check.
May I assist?
Yeah.
I managed to get a 3 in there still, but with the assistance, it's a 16.
So recognising a couple of streets, kind of getting directions from a person here or there, you've managed to get steered towards a shop that is down an alleyway that has been told to sell kind of like knickknacks and whatnots and just various bits. As you look down this kind of like thin alleyway, you see the sign kind of, for fuck's sake. You see this sign kind of hanging above the door that has a cartoonish portrayal of a banshee, a basilisk, and a beholder. And the shop sign says banshees, basilisks, and beholders, curios, and wonders.
I hope they don't just have beholders.
Just go in with my eyes closed.
They're like, oh god, they're like in cages. It doesn't matter because they can see out, so the beams are everywhere. I've been meaning to ask Dan, a bit of an aside, is like the black spot a thing in this universe, and does Fawaro know about it?
You don't know.
Okay, cool, sweet.
Maybe.
I'll go in.
Okay.
Cool. So as you kind of go in, there's kind of like a wind chime, is it?
Oh, cool.
Kind of, as
Just
you go in,
gonna
and you see this
drop it on
fairly
someone.
quaint, small shop.
Oh, that's bad for me.
It's kind of you can fit, like you actually, for once you don't have to hunch too much. You just have to kind of stoop your head a little bit, and you can see in this shop various curios and knickknacks just kind of like spread about on various shelves, kind of like on blankets. You see various animal skins kind of hanging from hooks attached to the walls, as well as various swathes of cloth kind of just draped around. You kind of immediately smell the kind of pungent, but nice scent of incense kind of burning away. And as you look to your left, you can see this kind of long wooden counter across the left-hand wall with a fairly, not rotund, but kind of let himself go a little bit, human gentleman. It's just sat kind of still on this stool, kind of arm crossed, has a big pipe in one hand. kind of this frazzled kind of white beard and this kind of curly frazzled white hair, tan skin, with lots of swathes of cloth kind of like just draped behind him, kind of bisecting the shop. As you kind of come in, he just kind of looks to you and just,
hello.
How's it?
greetings.
You got any dye?
Yeah, just over down there next to the skulls.
Ominous, thank you. Over I go.
As you go around, kind of like as you start taking in some of the stuff that's on the side, you see it's just an assortment of things. You see like various like crystals scattered around, as well as like various pots with like herbs and spices in as well. Various kind of like sticks of incense. You see this kind of like assortment of skulls that is placed a little bit like shrine-like almost. You think.
Dies on top.
It's just quite a nice display. You see like various little creature skulls. You see like a dog skull as well. It looks like there was a bigger skull here, but it's been removed for whatever reason. You also see a couple of bird skulls as well, like smaller bird skulls.
Oh, thank God.
And the next one you can see kind of like stacked in this pyramid of this set of dies. They look all kind of like the same make, but you can see there's various colours.
Is there enough for a ship's sails worth?
Yeah, you feel like if you
Okay,
use it
good.
sparingly, then yeah.
I was supposed like a pot like that.
Yeah, so was I. You know the little ink ones we got from... yeah.
But you can see there's a lot of just random stuff kind of in the shop.
Okay.
What colour is available?
You see it's just most of the colours are there.
Okay. I quite like red.
They don't have red.
I think red would be a
I like
plus.
red too.
Yeah. What are our thoughts on red?
It is fine.
I mean, it's a colour.
Yep. Do you have a preference?
Do we have a colour scheme?
Yeah, what's
Yeah, what colours did we paint the boat last?
Didn't-
It's purple, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's the boat puff.
Yeah, you guys got
purple boat.
It was
Oh wait, you've got dye already. You've got
golden.
purple dye. You
Oh,
bought purple dye.
Oh, I thought we bought purple paint.
No, you found purple paint. You went and then bought purple dye as well.
Oh,
Oh. So we've got a purple ship.
yeah.
Why are we here?
Yeah, because you found like purple, blue,
Destroy the
black,
shop!
and gold paint.
Gold,
I
yeah.
think you went purple and gold for your ship.
Yeah.
Oh, friend, counterman, man with the pipe.
Oh, I guess we just shot some curios.
What's
Yeah,
your
we
name?
just sit with... I don't mind. Fine.
Montgomery, what's your name, friend?
My name's Cyathus. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Saythus.
So, this array of stuff that you've got is quite interesting. What made you want to sell skulls?
No, it's just things I've collected over the years. Some stuff I got. Most of the skulls are from animals that I've killed. Got a couple of interesting little tidbits as well of stuff from back in the day.
I'm always interested in tidbits. What? Tell me more.
Well, if you cast your eye to that vial over there and that
Oh, iron brew.
what
You
was
pickpockets
I
us.
forgot what the other thing was that you had. Oh, and that clamp down there. So he kind of points. You see this vial.
Love a
It's
clamp.
kind of like this swirling kind of faint grey mist inside. And as you like hold it up to your ear, you can hear the very faintest of just everlasting screams. As you then kind of like go over to this clamp, you can see it's a clamp that kind of clamps like that, like almost like something you'd use to remove staples. Inspiration. I've not heard a clamp reference in a while. But you can see it's a miniature snake head. Like it's a snake head. It feels scaly to the touch. He kind of goes, "It's a Yunti head we shrunk down."
Oh.
Who's we? Who's we?
Oh, me and old friends.
Oh, right. What did you do before you opened the shop?
The adventurers.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
What level are you?
Higher than you. By a little bit.
So he couldn't take us all.
Friend, would you be insulted if I gave it a little bit of a closer look? I just really quite like
Be my
this.
guest.
I'm gonna identify with the.
It's non-magical. It is just a
clickety
fairly
clack.
weird little shrunken head.
That's quite cool, and the vial.
As you like, this does appear to be magical.
Oh,
This appears to be quite a deadly item as well. It is essentially a bottled banshee scream.
I thought it might be given the name of the shop.
If you were to uncork this or smash it, anyone within a I can't remember if it's a radius with banshees or if anyone who can hear it, they need to make a save or drop to 0 hit points.
Jesus.
I've just come up with quite a diabolical plan.
Is it put on the cannonball and
No,
fire the
it's-
cannonball at a ship?
Have you fly over and drop it on a
Even
ship?
better.
Yeah, just put some earmuffs on.
How much would you be
I
looking
don't know
for
where my
this
ears are.
here, quite dangerous vial, sir?
It's a lot of-
Don't drink it! You'll die.
So Tom comes back. So they all died.
He swallows it. The acid will get into the glass eventually. I'm a time bomb.
Not that much sphincter.
I don't know. 2,000.
2,000 gold. I mean, that's fair enough, really. I can't afford that.
Quite dry seat. I guess it is a
You see he
bottle
kind
and
of
scream.
and starts kind of repacking it with some herb.
Oh!
Hey, thank you for the
follow.
follow.
For the follow.
Turmeric Peleus.
Well, I'm not sure what's causing it, but we've got like a laughing skull. Like something is like jogging the like.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of looks like it's chortling in the background. Oh, it's terrifying.
Love
It's
it.
the fucking
Thank you
guy
very
from
much for the
Tomb.
follow.
I love it.
We love
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Kind of taps the pipe out, kind of repacks it.
Oh, what you smoking, Flint?
Pipe weed. It's legal in Titan's Cradle. That's a-
Oh, I pull out my pipe.
Oh, go ahead.
It's not elsewhere.
not in a lot of Midas places, obviously.
Oh, well.
Obviously,
Nothing's fucking legal in Midas.
obviously pirates have their own ways.
We kind of do what you want, really. Yeah, I can afford that. Unless we want to pull together for a Banshee
I
stream.
don't think I can.
Maybe
pull that
later,
much.
but now that we know that it can be bottled, we can
Yeah,
always.
we can do that anytime.
Bloody hard, bloody hard.
Was the bottle magical or was
It was
the
in
file you
also
had?
one of my caster friends. Absolute miracle that he managed to do it.
Oh.
But,
Would you mind telling us how it was done? If
I have no knowledge of the magic myself. Was more of your type, although I feel you're more of a barbaric user of weapons rather than my own.
So you're a sorcerer.
So, sorcerer with a blade, yes.
Ah.
Fighter.
Okay, we've got one of them, the blade sorcerer. He's good. He's alright. Goes on a bit. So,
No type.
was he in here earlier?
What's he look like?
imagine the smallest man you can,
Imagine a
and no one's
child.
smaller than that.
Like a child, but a man.
Show me your boots.
We did have a small man in here earlier, actually.
Oh.
Ginger?
Yes.
From Portrait.
Yes, not French. What's French? I don't know.
That's not what I said.
Is he the one who bought the rather large skull?
Yes, he did actually.
Ah.
We're just following Marstella's trail. Okay, I got a new goal for the session.
It's almost as if
he looks
this
for
is-
an oddity shop as well. So yeah.
I wonder why he bought a skull.
He's
Well,
probably
bought
going to
couple
put it on a
things.
weapon.
Oh,
what
that's
else did,
No, but
what
yeah,
else
how
did he
big
buy?
was it, though?
Bought a set of basilisk eyes.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, why does he want that?
Flare stone. Said something about a mutiny, but
I knew I should have killed him before he left.
He was meant to be keeping that private. Yes, laugh.
you see as the door chimes open, and you see as a rotund kind of gentleman kind of walks in, kind of nods to the shopkeeper, and just nods back and begins kind of perusing, going through some of the crystals.
What those crystals are? What do they do? That guy seems interested.
Some of them can be used. A couple of flare stones there, but
Oh, what's a
some are
flare
just
stone?
kind of good for your vibes.
Fluffy.
Well,
I do need to improve my
smash into
chakras.
the ground and sends a shot of red energy 300 feet up in the air. It's good for distress signals. You know, a lot of sailors carry them.
That's useful.
Oh,
we could.
how much?
15 gold per.
I'll
easy.
buy.
Got 5 on hand. 4 on hand now that your friend bought one actually.
4.
I'll buy one of them at least.
I'll buy the other 3 then.
How much for this funny little
So.
I'd
clamps?
say 10 gold. Shrunken Yunti head was more of a gimmick. I used to wear it on my belt actually.
Well, I will carry on the trend for you.
I
I'm
just
going to put
found,
it on my belt.
I just found a good home.
There you
Take
go.
off
So
10
that's
gold.
Yes. Near the jungles of Brackenheim they were. If you're ever there, nasty people, they usually attack on sight, don't trust them.
The jungle is it fucking what now? I beg your pardon?
Near Brackenheim.
Bracken.
Have we been
Southern
there?
settlement. You've not, no.
Okay.
It's a
Brackenheim.
southeastern settlement.
I've heard of it.
Actually, Cythus would know of Brackenheim as it's one of the closer settlements to Reef.
Would I have met some of the would I have come across the Yunti before? Or?
You definitely would have heard them. They're all surface dwelling.
I put 2 of the flare stones in my bandolier and I give the other one that I bought to you. I say, you break this if you're in trouble.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Dad. I'm expecting you to buy the rape whistle next. Some mess.
If there's a nasty man on the ship,
Sprays you.
oh no! My one weakness.
So you were
Mace
out
is your
in
one weakness.
Brackenheim, yeah?
Oh,
Nice.
some years ago.
You ever been to Reef?
No, I've sailed over it a few times. Didn't have anyone in our group who could provide us with water breathing, so... Here it's quite nice down there, though, now.
It's alright.
You should probably get some water breathing potions.
Had a bit
as, like,
of,
backup, just in case. For
Bit of a trouble with a
Crew.
rather large fucking beastie lately, but we're doing alright.
Or possibly
Yeah.
some water.
Imagine so being so close to the Sea of the Fallen, but never really went there
That
myself.
should be cheaper.
Well, it's alright. I mean, the fucking priestesses keep trying to get it near us and enslave it, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
The gods, religions, they all argue one of it.
Fulmar's the best.
I mean, that's a point. Is the Kraken a god? Is it considered a god, or is it god to them?
In some folklore,
Isn't-
I suppose. I mean, it's certainly being powerful enough to be, but...
It's closer
There's
to an
been-
old one, isn't it?
There's been tale of a couple of Krakens, so I don't know if they're gods, because they're more individuals, but
I excuse you, I beg.
Right.
Fucking Sayethus' mind is just blown.
throughout history, there's usually only ever one or two, I think. that
Plural.
coexist.
Kraken.
What would you say is your least valuable item in the shop?
That would be charity.
Robin's pipe.
We can't say that from him.
Is it for sale?
How much you're offering?
1 gold.
Rob Persuasion.
Packed as well.
Rob Persuasion, yeah.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
that's really good.
Non-nat 20.
Kind of. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, okay then.
He takes the gold. You see as he kind of like fumbles around in kind of some compartment under.
I'll give him my old pipe.
He pulls out a similar pipe and goes, no, it's fine.
Right.
His pipe is a much shorter one.
This has been an alarming day. It's barely begun.
You see as the shop's just slowly filling up with smoke.
That's dank.
You see as the roadside gentleman came in, kind of puts a handful of crystals kind of on the table, slides across a couple of gold and kind of takes them. He just kind of nods, slides the gold across and places it in this kind of open pouch behind the counter.
This was nice.
This was a
good
nice
way to
shop.
start the day.
Yeah.
We'll be coming back.
Look forward to seeing you.
What was the other gentleman putting in a bag? Sorry?
He had like a handful of crystals. That he-
Oh,
what was
friend,
it?
that's quite a lot of crystals you carry in there.
Oh yes, this one's for my aura.
Oh fuck.
This one's when I bathe in spring water, I put this one in, and it kind of makes the water scent quite nice.
That'd be fair enough, really.
Right.
Carry on.
Good
Yes.
day.
What was the guy's name again?
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Has he got any JO
Oh.
crystals?
It's just like a mini.
Tom made the exact same joke, and that's not how I made it, but yeah, sure.
Montgomery flea market.
We talking about flea market.
Very confused
Yeah.
and
Oh,
far
I was gonna
leaves.
I'll show you a video. Of course, yeah. You walk out into the district, and you kind of like just look up down on this balcony. Yeah, it's kind of like higher up in the finger. You just see all the people walking around. You see kind of
I'm going to go back.
Cool. You see Noah famous and Noah
Okay, off he
famous
goes.
and Pranvik kind of walking the streets somewhere down below, and they kind of stick out like a sore thumb, with Noah being like 9'6".
I've got an apple.
Oh, so I can get one on the horn. there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you go. 5 gold if you can do it.
This shop's called Banshee's Basilisks Beholders. You got a Banshee's vial. There were some basilisk eyes. Was the large skull a beholder's skull?
No, it's a shark skull, actually.
So what's the beholder's part of this shop?
It's
Make a persuasion check. See if he's willing to.
He is not willing to share a fucking thing.
He says,
Actually, no, he might be. I'm gonna burn it to earn it. Persuasion, you say?
What?
That's 16,
Wow.
and I've used my inspiration.
kind of looks around, kind of. You see, despite the short time, you kind of get his vibe. He kind of seems to get yours as well. Kind of just your druidic nature. He seems to be quite a nature person as well.
Your
himself.
vibes in.
He says, little secret. We never actually killed a beholder. We managed to come up against one, but had to scarper and run beforehand. But kind of brings in customers.
I mean, that's fair enough. It certainly brought me back.
Mm.
Have a good day, sir.
Likewise. Hopefully, see you again soon.
Pleasure.
I'm going to try and chuck the apple with the intention of like piercing it on
Cool.
Noah's or
Make a.
at this or
Yeah, because this will technically be long range.
Yeah.
So.
legendary 20.
Believe it. Oh,
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
It's crit fail.
Cool. So as you kind of launch
It would have been really good if it wasn't.
And you kind of throw it, and it's like it's going straight for nowhere. And then you see as an Aarakocra's flying by, and it just and they just kind of go off kilter, kind of tumble a little bit, and then kind of immediately look around to see if you can see who threw it. But with a 2, they don't seem. They kind of look around. Damn kids.
so yeah, we were going upstairs to that other shop.
Did you see that crazy apple?
Oh my god, that came from nowhere. Who threw that apple?
I thought it was going to nowhere.
Oh, let's run.
Let's just dive.
Fucking out of there.
Once we're caught up, I'd like to have a little chat with them. Because I feel like we've not spoken in a little while.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hey, you're doing alright, actually. This is
That's
quite
fine. Me and Gav will
nice.
have a chat then, I guess.
You mostly always do, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit different from home, but it's nice. I was wondering how you were doing, because we are quite far from home for you.
That's okay. I've been far from home for a long time. I'm used to travel. Thank you for asking, though.
That's okay. Is there anything you're looking to do while we're here?
No, I think until we can get to the college, I suppose I can just ask around, see if anyone has seen my brother, but I'm happy to go with the rest of the crew.
I mean, that's fair enough.
There was something about Titan's Cradle in one of your brother's letters, am I right in thinking that?
It wasn't in the letter. It was.
Is he getting a transfer?
I believe it was in the diary entry.
Yeah.
The boat that Kyron may or may not have got on that was headed to Magnus was due to go from Priangos to Titan's Cradle, then to Magnus.
That's why it was.
I could definitely ask around then.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey. Yes, I'm going to ask around for my brother because he may have come through here if he did
That's
get
it,
the
I
boat.
thought as much. I remembered it from the letter.
I
was
see.
gonna
Thank you
say,
so
yes.
much for remembering.
No
Was the boat name on there?
No, it wasn't discussed.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, that's just asking the shops. I mean, actually, your brother would probably have gone to the library, would he?
He may have gone to the library. He may have been after some
Supplies?
magical supplies. Yeah.
Yeah, would there be like a potion shop or a potion seller?
Certainly is.
I'm
Again,
going
kind
battle.
of looking around, you managed to find.
Quite a strong potion.
You cannot handle my strongest potion. My strongest potion can kill a dragon.
Potion seller. I'm going into battle.
Enough of your games.
I'd totally forgotten about that video until now. Again, kind of like asking around, kind of knowing the city a little bit well. You managed to find a shop called Sorceress Scratchings, and you can see it's kind of got a scroll kind of on the front of the sign. You see it's a fairly nice shop.
He gave me a two, didn't he?
As you kind of go through, you can see as you kind of open the door, the shop is actually slightly bigger on the inside. Like the dimensions are just exaggerated kind of in each part, and you can see kind of lists of scrolls kind of dotted around. There seems to be like a section that has kind of a statue of a fairly wizardly-looking gentleman, kind of the stereotypical hat, robe, kind of staff with a list kind of like pinned to the chest. And the
Single
same
gold
with,
hand?
yeah.
Yes.
Same with a cleric, sorcerer, warlock as well. It seems they specialise in a couple of different types of scrolls. And you can see there's a gentleman kind of like lazily just kind of stood back, kind of like just twirling a moustache kind of behind the counter. And then you can hear from a back room, just behind him, there's this curtain that kind of divides the room in this doorway. And and you can just hear like a and like every now and again like a blast will come out of it, and you hear nah fuck. Okay, I'll try that a little bit differently. And every now and again there'll just be like a burst, and he just seems to just stand there and pay no mind to it as you walk in. You just
Oh, friend, your shop
greetings.
is smaller on the outside.
It is indeed. That's how you get good real estate.
How was
See,
that?
this gentleman's elven.
How's that done?
The enchantments in the foundation.
Do you?
Could it be done retroactively to, let's say, a ship?
I assume so. Not my specialty, but
Who was the one that enchanted this shop in this way?
that would have been when it was first built. We got some magisters of the Blue Cloak to come in and do it.
Magisters of the.
Write that down,
Right,
whoever they
I'll
are.
write that down. I wish I had my
Does
book.
that ring a bell for anyone?
Now
tell me
you
my
can
book
make
is,
a history check for me.
It's not great. It's a
What's happening with the dice rolls today?
Yeah, we are all not
The
doing
more
great.
people we
Nine.
lose, the worse our dice rolls
Rings
are.
a bell, but you can't quite place it.
It's alright.
Hold on. Do you sell potions here?
Actually, you could make a history check as well,
Oh.
based on something in your background.
Ooh. History check, you say? Yeah.
Oh, it's another 3!
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, 5 total.
balls.
Can this episode be called The Adventures of 3? Because
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
We
we're
all
rolling.
rolled so
Yeah.
many threes.
Right. Well, there's like 3 different groups going out. Like, we're a group,
Yeah.
River's a group, and
Yeah.
Marstella's a group.
Yeah, there you go. 3 adventures.
Don't tell her that I forgot she was here, but I completely forgot the river wasn't with us.
Oh yeah, she didn't say goodbye, she just buggered
Gone
off.
clothes shopping, I imagine.
Oh,
She
yeah,
was
she
curled
had
up on the
some
ship
regrets.
somewhere.
Oh yeah, she's just asleep.
She's
We
having
left
a
her.
cat nap.
Yeah. That's fine, she can guard it.
Sorry, can I help?
Oh, potions!
Right.
Got sidetracked.
Yes, we do stock a couple of potions.
Okay.
Healing potions.
Yes, they're fairly standard.
What's your strongest healing potion?
We've got a superior.
How much would that set me back?
That'll run you about. I knew I'd need the fucking DMG in this game. Why didn't I prep it? Why didn't you prep it, Dan?
Well, if you
I
don't
don't know,
have
they
it
currently
ready,
have-
it must be free.
I only currently have 1.
You are the
healing
worst
I am.
customer
I really am.
in any business. There's nothing worse.
This would be put it at around 5,000.
Oh, that's.
Five-
Oh my gosh.
Jesus!
Alright, so
It would be cheaper to hire a cleric.
It'd be cheaper to let someone die and bring him back than that.
alright,
Yeah, right,
we're being
what-
awful customers.
Sorry.
I'm sure that's a fair price for the powerful healing magic.
How much is that? How much is the healing on that?
I believe it is. On the back of here, it doesn't. I believe it's
8d4?
8d4 plus 8.
Alright,
That's it's not terrible.
what's greater or regular
Minimum
healing
16,
potions?
like.
What's that going to set me back?
Greater, we do about. We'd say 500 per, but if you bought in bulk, a whack on a discount.
Alright, so like a
How much are
standard.
we saying is plonk?
For a common, I'll give you 200 a pop.
Do we know if that's a bit much?
150 a pop, we'll say.
Alright,
That sounds a bit
I'll
pricey.
get one for 150. That's easy.
Yeah, we've bought potions before. Do these seem excessively priced?
These seem to be priced a little bit higher than the ones that you
Right, well, I've got
bought before.
2
Right.
healing potions now. Right, thank you. Have you got any? I don't really. No, I've used it actually.
Do you have water breathing potions?
We've got a couple lying around.
Oh,
Cool.
actually,
I don't think we need to buy those.
Oh no.
I've got a spell that'll let us breathe water.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Water walking, I meant. Sorry.
We don't need a potion for that either. I could do
Can you
that
do
as
that
well.
too?
I got us for water, Captain. Don't
Okay.
you worry.
Great.
He
You're-
got your captain.
Yeah. I'm.
let's go get drunk.
Yeah.
we got nothing to check.
Do you have ale?
No, you'd be wanting one of the bars for that.
What would you say is your cheapest yet most interesting item?
I want
What
to
are
do
you
this
doing?
in real shops. I want to go to charity shops and ask them this.
For 100 gold, I've got a potion that, well, if you drink it, you'll be quite happy.
What can I insight that?
Yeah, sure.
What does that mean?
Can I do the same?
There's the good
Fair.
stuff. Insight, that's a
Natural
21.
20.
Oh, doesn't fucking matter.
You get the feeling there's a bit of a sexual inference.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
sounded like Viagra.
Oh, I don't need that.
Kind of pulls out this little vial, kind of this blue liquid.
Dick
Oh.
food.
I'm alright.
I'm good.
Thank you.
What's your situation?
You asked for the most fun potion.
Yeah, true. What do you mean my situation?
Like, I don't actually.
My
want to know.
genitalia?
Sorry.
Really, right now, are you asking me about my
Are you
downstairs
going to buy
situation?
anything more? Or could you
Probably
take
not,
this?
no, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll stand out. Sorry about
I've
this.
got a question for you. I've
Yes.
got some lime green gems for sale at the moment. I was wondering if you'd be interested.
You probably want to go to
Is it the 3Bs?
There's a jeweler. No, it is Whistlebang Weapons and Armour. They have a jeweler kind of set up in shop. who
Fantastic.
Oh, I like weapons.
From here, where's that to?
you want to go up 2 more floors.
Up to
Fairly largest building. Dwarven lady runs it.
Amazing. Well, I actually wanted to stop off and see if I could find a better weapon than this fucking stick that I've got at the moment.
It's a good stick.
It's a good stick.
It served us
You
well.
were so fond
It's a
of it.
faithful stick.
I've got some plans, alright? It's going to be a better
You
stick,
beat people up with that stick.
and I'm going to continue doing it until I get a better
At
weapon.
the time that
Um,
you had the stick, that was good.
You made it all shiny when you hit someone.
Yeah,
I think you beat up someone dead with it.
yeah, I did.
Anyway, let's go to
That was
this,
ages ago.
this
Damn.
is-
Right, thanks. Bye.
and,
We didn't have a ship back then.
We
Nice to
didn't.
meet you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what was your name?
I've not got one actually.
His
name's Mustache.
Yeah, no name it is.
Famarel.
Hi, Famgal.
I'll call you Fem. Letter Fem.
Slayer Blood.
Okay, so
Wait, what's your name, Blood? I just assumed.
okay, so we've got an opening
Why
on the
not?
crew, and I've got an opening for a bodyguard. Okay.
Anyone want to come to the weapon shop with me?
Yeah, why not?
You know that I'm going to come to a weapon shop.
Amazing. Right, well,
And en route, I explained to Garv the whys and wherefores of a cloaca.
Nice.
You tell me the birds and the bees, but it's
Yeah.
more just birds.
Yeah, the
go,
birds and the
roll,
birds.
roll an intelligence check.
Oh, he doesn't
boy.
get
fucking
it.
hell, that's not even, that's
Four.
not even a
It just
3.
goes over your head. You're like,
The entire time
What
that
happens with
conversation
what?
is happening, I'm just staring at Nem's Raven.
Cool.
I heard that.
Good.
What's it? Oh. It's a roller coaster with you today. You called me a captain a minute ago, and now you're disgusted.
Well, listen, we are all
my
so hungover still from Tortuga.
Oh yeah, God.
It's
in
been
more
10
ways than
days,
one.
but I'm
It's been,
so
it's been a 9-day cut now.
Yeah.
I drank some things I shouldn't have. I ate some things I definitely shouldn't
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, why are you discussing my downstairs when you slept with a hooker twice? You can't be looking too healthy.
I mean, probably not.
Get that inspiration back.
Yeah? Okay.
Doesn't mean I don't get to be disgusted by other
I
shit.
guess so.
Can I impose a reduction on my sanity? This is draining me.
Let's get pissed. Get me drunk enough, I'll show you. It'll be funny.
We're going up 2 floors, I'm finding a dwarven lady and I'm going to buy a better weapon.
So as you go up, you find the weapon shop. The sign outside says Whistlebang Weapons and Armour.
Is it also a blacksmith?
It supposedly is from what you heard, but you don't see any like chimneys or any forge.
Okay.
There. And as you kind of walk into the threshold, you see as well there's no forge in this room at all.
Okay.
It's kind of like this fairly pristine stone room. There's various kind of mannequins around wearing suits of armour. You see some plate mail, which is a bit odd. You see kind of various breastplates, chainmail, that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
You see racks on the walls of various swords, axes, spears, and a couple of larger weapons as well. You see tucked off in one corner on this large rug that's sprawled out is this very lithe elven gentleman, kind of black hair that's been tied back. Fairly delicate skin, but you can see he's maybe about middle age for an elf, and these kind of long, kind of like grey robes that just kind of drape down to like over his knees, kind of obscuring most of his body. You can see an assortment of jewellery kind of laid out in front of him, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and the like. And you can see he's currently mid-conversation with a dwarven female who is currently behind this large stone counter, kind of in this high chair, kind of feet up, just kind of lazing back, and you can see in behind her there's more weapons that are kind of like lined up, but they look a little bit better than the ones that are on show. And as you walk in, the conversation kind of stops, and she just turns and goes, "Morning, morning,
Oh,
afternoon even."
I'm not here for anything actually. You go ahead.
Well,
for anything in particular?
I'm looking to sell and I'm looking to buy, if that's alright. I got some green gems worth about 50 gold each. I got 10 of them if you'd be interested.
Well, gems, you'll be wanting that guy over there.
Okay. Hello, that guy over there.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I got some...
May I see?
Yeah, and I'll hand over one of the green gems.
The arm kind of retracts into the cloak. He pulls out a similar spyglass to yours and kind of just looks,
same.
examines them. quite nice pieces.
Yeah.
So how much would you want for them?
50 gold each, really.
Yes, how many do you have again?
I've got 10. You don't have to buy them all if you're not wanting to spend that much. I don't mind.
I'll take 5 off your hands.
Yeah, that'd be great. 250, please.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'd say as well, because you're in a city now as well, you can just convert them all over if you want as well, because you're in a prominent marketplace. You can.
I like doing a bit of RP. I do.
That's absolutely fine.
Oh god.
Absolutely fine as well.
What do you think me and Scarlett got up to?
Right, so I'm looking for knives.
That's 250.
So yeah, as you kind of like, are you saying that to the person, or are you just kind of looking around the shop?
I'll say it to the room at large as I'm looking
I've got a
around.
couple of knives. If you want to go to that section over there, kind of points over to one of the corners, and you can see there's various daggers kind of lined up. And as you kind of,
There's the knife bucket.
you've seen it.
It's a bargain bin full of knives.
Motherfucker! It's a bargain bin full of knives.
Yeah!
You see a lot of them are kind of like dented or chipped. They're knives that have probably been quenched in water at some point.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're not
That's
great.
bad.
Yeah,
No,
you
want to do an oil
yeah.
quench on that.
So yeah, you kind of look through, but you notice as you look through the weapons on the walls as well, there are some that are pretty good quality, and then there are some that are just like pretty shoddy. You feel like it's a surprise to you that someone could make like this weapon and also this weapon. It's definitely varying quality in the shop.
I'll go into the camera. I'm looking for a throwing knife primarily, like something. Do you have anything that's like specifically designed for throwing?
You've got a couple of things. A couple of well-balanced knives. Anything for multiple or just the one?
Depends on the one. If it's nice enough.
Well, what's your price range?
I got about 1,000 gold.
She kind of hops down, goes over to the nicer weapons up behind her. She kind of rummages around for a little bit and pulls out a pair of knives and one low knife as well. She kind of places the pair of knives down first. You can see they've kind of got these golden and kind of green gem kind of inlaid handles. Bit of weight to them, but they're kind of stiletto shaped.
Okay.
She goes, these two, they're fancier, made pretty well. She kind of like balances one on her finger. Goes, perfectly balanced. You see one way or
as all
the
things
other.
should be.
You try.
But unfortunately, appearance is secondary to performance.
Of course it is, and this is why she throws it across the room, and there's like a wooden ball that's on the wall, and just kind of sticks in. She goes, performance is pretty good on these as well.
Yeah, that's nice, yeah.
That's there. Fairly nice. They'd set you back around 800.
I like that.
Kind of places them down after she goes and kind of grabs the other knife out of the wooden plank. This one, you see, it's kind of got quite a dark handle. It's got a blade that kind of curves but then comes to a fine point. This one is a little bit nicer. One of the better things that we made. We actually teamed up with some of the magisters that are passing through. Similar, quite good for throwing, but as she throws it, it kind of hits the target, and then like a couple of seconds go by, and it vanishes and reappears in her hand.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, now that's fucking awesome.
It's a little bit above your price range. This will put you at 1,200.
Ooh, that is slightly above my
God,
price
I will
range.
give you the money.
I'm very tempted by that, but also I see a lot of giant weapons here,
Yes, I figured
and
you
I'm
would like
quite
some of them.
big, and I can't resist. This is like a candy shop. For me.
Sword, axe, or hammer?
Don't mind.
Would you accept 1,100 for that dagger?
Make a persuasion check.
Probably fucking not, to be honest with you. But I've got inspiration again. Hang on. Let's all fucking... Fuck.
That's bad as well.
Let's not do that. That's better. That's a 14, I think. Persuasion, yeah, 14.
He says,
We'll throw in the line.
I'll give you 1,100.
As long as if you make up some of that payment with some of those gems you've got there.
I was literally about to say I'll give you 2 gems and
Then yeah,
1,100.
could do that.
Then that's...
Same.
Well, I don't have a lot of money anymore, but I got myself a dagger.
He
Got
kind
a
of
grand.
passes the dagger over to you if you're buying it.
Hmm?
She's passing the dagger
He's
over
got
to
a
you if you're
grand.
buying it.
I don't know how. I've got 99.
No, yeah, Callum was buying it.
I've got 700.
He was put.
but-
Oh, you
Oh,
buy.
I'm buying enough for me.
The actual gold dagger. Yeah. She
Yeah,
passed
I
that
do.
To be
over.
fair, half of my money goes to him anyway.
It's,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, you do buy a
So
lot
this
of
is
drinks for
a
people.
+1 dagger, and if you throw it, it then
You
on
buy
your
more
at the top of your next turn will come back to your hand if you've got a hand free.
Nice.
If you haven't got a hand free, it won't teleport back.
That's excellent.
Will it then, if you free up the hand, or
No. It's an instant teleport back. So
Yeah,
as long as you have a free hand after you throw it, which typically you probably will.
Yeah.
But for the rare circumstance that you don't, it would only teleport back if you've got that hand free.
Headbutt your
that's good.
hand.
That's good to know if we're ever fighting. Just like throw out and just like shove something in your hand. Hold this.
What if I have 7 hands free?
That depends on how well the learning with as the octopus goes.
Oh boy.
Guys, you're not seeing me again for the rest of this episode. I am off practicing. Cool. What is this blade called, ma'am?
Well, we've not really given it a name. I suppose it kind of bamfs back.
I'm not calling it.
A boomer bamf.
A boomer bamf, I guess. Maybe I didn't.
That's
You're
why
right, I will name it myself. Excellent decision.
Big weapons.
Mm.
She kind of goes over, kind of goes through a couple of weapons, kind of grabs one of each. You see, she grabs a great sword, a great axe, and a maul as well. You can see the great sword, very finely made. It's kind of got this quite nice detailing down the side. Looks like it's made of Damascus. She kind of holds it up. It's got a bit too big for her, but she kind of like balances it on her hand. She goes, "This one's while its performance is pretty good, it's built for a mainly style as well. I know you said for silver style, but it's still will cut quite meanly. It's got some silver in there as well, so if you ever come across any were beasts,
Oh, nice.
give them a lot for.
Can't say that I have, but it's useful to know.
Picks up the great axe. Again, this is you see it's kind of like a one-sided axe that kind of has this large kind of set of like filigree going up and around the base. Not the base, sorry, the head of the axe. Complete opposite of the base. Again, this one is one we made to be a bit nicer. Again, this will give you your standard +1 in battle. Cuts quite mean through the edge, kind of gives it a few practice swings, and it definitely kind of cuts. And this maul, it's not as nice as that one you've got on your back there, but it can have the ability to, if you hit right, it could knock someone over.
I think I'm alright for now, but I recently had to go with. Sorry, I'm taking forever.
Sorry, so good. Good review.
I recently had to go with a firearm for the first time. Is that something you sell here?
No, we're more forgers than tinkerers.
Right, no
yeah.
worries then. How much for those knives in the bin? Oh,
Well, you can they're either 5 gold per, or you can take 3 for 12.
ooh, I'll take 3 for 12.
Cool. So you just grab these 3 kind of random kind of shoddy knives. You say you get a cookery, a bowie, and a camp knife.
Cool.
Could I get 6 for 20?
Yeah, sure.
You got any ammunition? Like
We got like again, we don't really do that. We mainly do like bolts and
yeah, I feared as much.
throwing darts and the like.
Right, never mind.
If I was to be writing this down as to something that I've got in my person,
And they're just standard daggers.
excellent.
Miscellaneous knives.
Oh, yeah. Where's the best place to get some fancy ammo?
If you were to go, no, call them a little bit Irish.
Appears so. Nothing wrong with that.
True. If you were to go on the other side of this floor, there's a little shop, kind of crammed between 2 larger ones. There's a gnome gentleman in there. He tinkers quite a bit. It's not signposted, but you go in
Nice.
there. He
I've
does a
obviously.
lot of custom work.
Oh, custom work.
Nice.
Okay.
Also, I forgot completely that other thrown weapons exist. Do you have any javelins?
We've got one or two. Again, it's not really our specialty, but we've made one here or there for people who picked up.
Not a trident.
No, but we could make one if you wanted to commission one.
Oh, you do commissions.
I would.
That is interesting.
That grabs my attention as well. I'm just wondering if you've seen anything like this. And I pull out the coral shield of expression.
She kind of looks a bit. Kind of touches the outside of it. That's pretty bizarre. I've never known.
It does. And watch this, and I'll make the face smile.
Gee.
Because I can't remember what it was doing last time.
Oh, that's hey, that's pretty nice.
Thank you very much.
I can't say I've ever seen that. It's quite a masterful piece of work.
I've been trying to find out what kind of person or what kind of people would have built or made something like this. I mean, you
Tried the
work with
library.
them. Funny enough, it's my next stop.
Books on, not my thing, but books on pretty much anything you can think of in there.
There's a couple of things I'm wanting to look up, so that's good to know.
Do you still have an active working relationship with people who could enchant the weapons? That's kind of what I'm looking for.
When they come through, we tend to mainly use the magisters whenever they come through. But yeah, next time they're in town, we could do. I could grab one of the blue coats and get a message across.
Ideally looking for something I could leave somewhere and then it would come back to me.
Like
a bound blade.
like teleporting to you, almost.
To a certain extent, but say, for example, I left it on someone at the bottom of the ocean.
You see her face looks a bit pale and she...
I get into some situations. It's,
Right.
It's not as uncommon as you'd think. I'm down there quite a lot.
Yeah, like him, yeah.
Oh.
And then I have need of the weapon
You're welcome.
somewhere else, and I would like to be able to access that weapon no matter where it was before.
You'd need quite a powerful magister, but it can be done. Can be done.
These magisters...
the lower ones are like you ever heard of a dwarven thrower? So you throw a hammer and it comes back to your hand within short range.
I have heard of them, but...
That's like the lesser version, but to just bamf from anywhere, yeah, you'd need someone pretty good with magic. You'd probably want one of the higher ups of the cloaks.
These magisters, what's their deal? I've been hearing a lot about them today. And
Oh,
I
they're,
don't think I've heard of them before.
Had some common runs with them every now and again. They're magisters of the blue cloak. They the guild that's based out of Port Rio. It's the Midas kind of arcane force. Great blokes, really great blokes. Good with magic, good with enchanting. Do quite a bit of work with them.
How aligned with Midas are they?
I mean, they're run by Midas. They serve Oriel herself. So, not that I care about all that, but.
No, that's fair enough. Okay. Well, thank you for the information.
Anytime.
And the knives.
Anytime.
Right. Yeah, thanks.
Kind
On
of
our way.
going out into the street.
Fuck those magisters.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what was your name, man?
Oh, my name is Thuriga.
Thurga. Excellent.
Surprisingly, he actually had a name for that one.
And you, Mr. Elven gentleman, what's your name?
My name was Felidrin. I'm here most days. It's a bit of a partnership we have.
I was so excited for that. Oh, actually, I've never done.
Yeah,
And what's the
it
elven
sounds
gentleman?
familiar to me as well.
Fucker. Like,
Why do I feel like I know the name Felidrin?
Because it's very similar to that wintry boy,
It's
isn't
similar to
Phylodrin.
Faladrin,
Phyloreth.
Phyloreth, yeah.
Oh, who's Father?
He's the entrepreneur that owns the
Oh,
That's it.
excavator.
Springtime boy.
Yes. Great. I want to go to that gun shop. Tinker Boy.
Yeah, do we know that's like a gun shop or it's just a tinkery?
That's why she's pointed you to anyway for guns and ammo.
I'm sorry,
Would I know of any other
Thurga.
gun shops?
Make a intelligence check.
Oh, nice. 19.
You know, there's a couple around, kind of tucked away. So yeah, you know, there's people who kind of specialise in either handheld or rifles. There's a few cannon smiths kind of dotted around as well.
Oh no. How much money you got left?
Roughly 1,000 still.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're going to a cannon smith, I guess.
Yeah.
Cannons in ship cannon or as in...
Yes.
Okay.
You know, by the way,
I'm looking...
I'm take a maximum of...
If there was like a halfling ship...
Your ship could take a maximum of 12 guns, but if it had 12 guns on deck, it would be very cramped to like move around.
Okay.
With sloops, because they're smaller.
It's more thinking for what the modern day equivalent of an LMG, where we
you'd
fun with it.
Wouldn't have any luck with that,
No,
unfortunately.
okay, that's fine.
You know that cannon we saw in that museum in Amsterdam? The small one?
Yeah.
Would
Possibly, that'd be more like a swivel gun.
Yeah. Would that be some of the cannoneer?
Yeah.
Okay, let's head to the cannon shop.
Why not?
We need cannonballs, actually.
We do. We have like none.
We have like 8, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We need cannonballs. Maybe an extra couple of cannons would be nice too, because we've only got like 4. If we get like 3.
I'm gonna go get my book because I need to pee anyway, and it has all the
Okay, get your
information
book.
there.
While on route, I'm going to go to
Did you get my
the
Red
small.
Bull, please, Elliot?
What's the what?
Did you get my Red Bull?
I can indeed. It's in the fridge.
Yes.
Get the mead.
As you exit the shop, you kind of begin headed towards the Tinkerers. Nem, you notice as your raven just randomly just flies off.
Ooh.
Oh.
And as you kind of look, you can see that a couple of ravens kind of grouped up by a shop, and it kind of goes up and joins them, and they all kind of look at you, and they all kind of fly down the alleyway together.
Uh-oh.
Your raven included.
Okay. Can I go into its eyes and see where it's going?
Yeah, as you kind of go into it, kind of you get thrust forward almost, and I need everyone to leave the room apart from Annie.
Oh!
Oh, how
Now, Felicia.
exciting! Oh my gosh!
Enjoy.
This is cool. Bye, guys.
Watch the stream.
Watch this stream. Oh my god! Don't laugh like that. Okay, go on, hit me.
Turns the page. So you see, instead of as your eyesight is taken to the alleyway that the raven is flying down, you're taken mind and body to somewhere else. You kind of wake up and you kind of look around and you remember being in the market district of Titan's Cradle, and suddenly you're stood in kind of torso high, kind of long grass, and you can hear the sound of waves crashing against rocks. As you kind of look out, you see your raven kind of again kind of sat on your shoulder where it usually is, and you look out and you can see this kind of like sheer drop, this cliff face, and you just kind of begin instinctually walking towards it. You see as various bursts of feathers happen here and there, kind of across these grassy banks, and you see as people begin kind of walking, kind of stumbling out of them, some of them kind of clutching what seem to be wounds at their sides, some kind of old elderly people kind of like just gradually making their way. And as you kind of progress up this cliffside, you can see this sheer drop into this black ocean, and you can see kind of dotted around the cliffs are these gigantic black feathered ravens. You see as they kind of like nestle down near to the ground, and people kind of start climbing on their back, or they grab people in their talons, and then they dive off the cliff and then swoop and just fly off into the darkness. You see, as a raven larger than the others kind of swoops down, kind of lands near you. You see its feathers pristine and clear. You see these big black eyes that kind of reflect kind of everything around, and there's just a strange presence from this raven. You see as this raven may be 10 feet, 12 feet tall, kind of towering above you, kind of brings its head down. And as it opens its beak to caw, instead of a voice comes out and says, "You are on the right path, my child. I'm afraid danger is in your near future, but there are certain omens that are letting me know the path that you walk and the path that you lead. You've done well to come this far, but your resolve will be tested. At some point, I cannot see when, a ruler will try to die and come back. You must try to stop this. I cannot pierce the veil of the divine realm and see who or where he is, or what it is he seeks, but he needs 2 artifacts, I think. One found and one lost. It's strange. Keep walking this path, my child. You are young on your journey yet, but continue, and we shall meet again. Prove yourself, and more rewards shall be yours."
Thank you, my queen.
She kind of turns, and you hear come out from the beak instead, as she kind of swoops down. You see as she kind of dives, going right near the surface of the water. These large wings, maybe about 20 foot, 25 feet wingspan across, just start gliding kind of to the waves, the talons kind of dragging across, kind of bisecting the water as it goes. And as this flock of ravens kind of carrying some unfortunate souls that have passed into their afterlife, you see as your vision kind of snaps back and your raven's just sat on your shoulder again, and your eyes go, and you adjust, and your friends are stood around you again. You guys can come back.
Oh my god. Can I tell them? No.
If you want to, it's your choice, but that was a direct vision for you.
That's so sick. Amazing. I loved that.
You also suddenly feel the urge to draw a certain couple of symbols in the ground, and
Yes.
you immediately kind of. So you guys see as you're kind of like stood outside the shop, kind of just discussing where you're going to go next.
Do I see Flappy McFlapper flap off? That's what I call
you
her.
do. You see him kind of flap off, and then like a couple of seconds later, bounce back to Nem's shoulder, and you see Nem's eyes kind of like gloss over black a little bit, and then kind of snap back, and you see she immediately drops to her knees and begins kind of scratching the symbol that you've seen her kind of draw of the Raven King kind of in the ground, and then kind of comes into her own again and kind of takes a couple of deep
What's
breaths.
she drawing with?
Just her finger kind of in the dirt, just kind of scratching the symbol of the Raven Queen.
You okay there?
You're right.
Yes. I'm fine, just
Your white eye went black and your black eye stayed black. It was all a bit odd.
just a small headache. I'll be fine.
I'm
Thank
just gonna not believe
Yeah,
you
can
for a
I
second.
inside that one?
Nothing
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll deception for me.
That's
Oh, hang on.
You and Callum both rolled 4s.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
We believe
you.
you.
We believe it.
It's a fucking 23.
You've never lied to me before. Why would you lie to me now?
This seems like usual things from headaches, from what I've seen.
Your eyes.
Your eyes change colour and you scratch beards into the floor. Pretty spot on.
You see the symbol and you're like, oh, it must just be some kind of patron.
Must
stuff.
have been a shadow.
What was that noise?
So we saw the raven fly off. Where did they fly to?
You saw it fly off and kind of land on a building, kind of with just on its own on the corner of a building. It started to fly down an alleyway, but then just bounced back to a.
Have we ever seen your bird fly off before on its own?
On its own.
Because Nem controls it mentally, you're not sure if it
Yeah.
was something she told it to do or.
Fair enough.
Right, I've got my quartermaster's log now. I found it. It was in my nether regions.
So much nether region talk this evening.
No. Right, we've got 16 days worth of rations that I imagine that's been depleted down to that -9. So that is that for the whole ship?
Yeah. So you don't need more rations the more crew you get. It's just a general number. I'm
So
getting
we've got 7 days. We should get some more rations because we've got 7 days of rations left. We've got 12 cannonballs, 140 limes. Good. 10 shirts, 10 breeches, lots of cloth and silk, ropes, and yeah, here it is, purple dye.
Purple dye.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So we don't only, the ship's not actually been painted by the sounds, unless we bought paint.
We definitely dyed the
You
same.
told the crew to paint
Yeah.
it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. We definitely painted the name on the back. Oh hello.
What was that?
It's got a gore cleaver stuck in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just trying to remember his face so I can kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go, before we head there, I want to go to the small arms dealer quickly.
Alright.
Because I want to pick up some... Did I buy +1 ammo? Because I sworn I did when we were in the...
You did. You bought,
I haven't written it down.
or at least you asked about it. I
Yeah.
definitely remember you
I
at least
feel like I
asked.
bought some, but I haven't written it down.
I can't remember.
So I'll have to go with no, which is a shame. But yeah, I'll head to an ammo.
Cool. So as you go and you see, it's exactly as described as this kind of quite squat building, kind of crammed between two others. And as you see that the building is maybe about a couple of feet wider than the door on either side.
Okay.
As you open it, you kind of see about 10 feet back, kind of sat on top of this table, kind of legs crossed, kind of these kind of very fine spectacles on, tinkering away with what appears to be some tools that look a bit like thieves' tools, but a bit more refined and smaller. And he's tinkering away. You can see he's working currently on this this flintlock that's currently on the table. And he's kind of 1 second, I'll be with you in a moment.
Okay.
Places the tools down, kind of looks at it. Sorry, how can I help?
Oh,
Shoot you in the face.
there we go. Hi, I've got 2 things to ask.
Yes.
Firstly, you're a man who knows your firearms,
Evidently.
clearly. I take out my father's pistol and hand it over.
Places it down, kind of almost like snatches it out of hand.
Yeah.
And kind of begins to
I want it back.
2 shots.
Is there anything?
Not breaks, like snaps the barrel where you load the shot and kind of looks in, kind of inspects it, takes out a little tool and kind of cleans the inside a little bit.
He wouldn't have to. He's very well maintained. Anything apart from the tool shots? Anything special about it? Because got it from my dad, and he said it was special somehow, and I don't know if that was just him being sentimental or if it's actually
kind of
got something in it.
Kind of looks over it, kind of inspects it, kind of takes his time. He's looking at it for a good about 5 minutes. You're just kind of stood in silent while he's inspecting every aspect of this gun. But because of his role, he kind of looks down and goes, "This, it's not complete."
It did come as a pair originally.
Not a pair. It's a trio.
A trio?
This is one. It's 1/3 enchanted. It's strange. I've never seen anything like this.
Okay.
I can't tell you what it does, but
it's very exciting. Cool. Pop it back.
Does it have a maker's mark?
Oh, good. No
maker's mark. Strange.
What did Dad tell me about it?
Because you heard the stories of him and one of his kind of partners on his crew, kind of the bombastic tales of him soaring high and felling hundreds upon hundreds of Midas soldiers with but a couple of shots. He told you that it's a very special gun that he held dear to his heart. That the partner on his ship had that gun before, but unfortunately passed away, so he naturally took it, and that he passed it on to. He said that they were nigh inseparable, and that the guns together were some of the best that he's used in his life.
Okay.
But it was kind of incorporated in the story in the way that you weren't too sure if it was just Dad kind of exaggerating all of his tales from his youth or something genuine.
Okay. Alright, I'll have to ask him if I ever find him again. Pop it away. Any special ammo I could perchance purchase from you?
Couple, yes. Are you looking for just better shot ammo? Ammo could be a bit specialty, utility almost.
Tell me about the utility.
Got a few smoke bullets where if you just shoot them at the ground, it would.
Okay.
Or if you shoot them at someone, I guess. But yes, I wouldn't
make them.
It would obscure them, but
wouldn't do much damage. So
it's not gonna. It's still a bullet.
Okay. So it could go into someone and then pop them.
I know it's just black smoke.
Okay.
Jesus
I'll show you.
Hey, that's okay. It's coming from you.
Full mark.
Kind of picks up a small bullet and just goes there. Watch, kind of picks up the gun he's working on, shoots it into the ground, and this 5 foot bit of black smoke just
okay.
Kind of obscures
Great.
the area.
I can't see you now. I'm glad I got the gun back first.
Take the guns.
Everything.
He clears away after about 6 seconds.
I'm gone.
And he just
as it is stock. Okay. That's right. How much for say 5 of them?
5 of them. We'd go 25 gold.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. So now I've got 5 smoke screen shots.
Yeah.
So essentially, what they do is they, at a point that you shoot it, it creates a 5 foot radius, kind of a 10 foot tall column of black smoke. Essentially creating a heavily obscured area.
Cool. We'll see what that does. And also, any. Please stop.
We're getting Tom in shock.
Oh, I don't want this to. Any shots that increase my power?
We've got plenty of those. We've got you're looking for +1. We've got a few +2.
Tell me about your +1. How much for 10 of them?
10 of them. Normally, I'd say for 10 about 500, but you're buying in bulk. If you just bought some more from me, I'd do it for 400.
Okay, it's a bit out of my price range. So 1 that's what? 50?
Could be 50, yeah.
I'll leave it. I think that's what happened last time. I think it was too expensive, and I went away because that's
that's exactly what just happened.
Yeah, no, history repeats. No, I think I'll stick with just the smoke bombs. Thank you for your help. Toss them an extra 4 gold for your appraisal.
Thank you very much. Well, always here if you find any more guns or need any more guns. Always. The other flintlock.
Do you do anything larger?
Kind of sets them down, kind of hops behind the table, kind of pulls out a drawer, kind of pulls out these 2 rifles. You see one that's kind of this black stained kind of oak, kind of places it down. The other one seems to just be this kind of generic kind of wood that you place down. Because the only 2 I've made recently, sold the others. A couple of people just came in and bought them a few days ago.
I'm thinking more girth than length.
Oh, I'm mainly a rifleist.
Okay.
Or a rifleist, I don't know.
A rifler.
rifler.
Not that.
I rifle.
Sounds like a pervert.
This
A little
dark
bit.
this dark one. This dark one.
That's a joke.
Now I know why you've got smoke.
Anything special about her?
Very nice maid. Kind of like pops it up, kind of like cracks the side, kind of does all the. You know, like when John Wick is testing guns, he does
Yeah.
that. He's the John Wick of gnomes.
There's a 40 million bounty on his head.
He could kill you all around.
John Wick. Read again.
With a fucking pencil.
The person killed my dog. He says this one, it's built for longer ranges. So, you know when you fire a rifle and typically the bullet kind of drops off when it gets to about the
No,
midway
I have
range?
no idea. I fired one once.
When you
That
fire
does
a
happen.
gun, typically it has an effective short range and effective long range. Anything the effective long range, the bullet can kind of get a bit skew-iffy.
Sweetly.
This one? Good all the way up to the long range.
Oh.
I'd show you, but we're I'd get arrested.
How far would you say its range is?
I'd say.
I bet you could shoot
that
me.
I've not got that printed
Would
currently.
you say it's about 1200? Is it sort of...
Somewhere in that area.
Would it be kind of like bad news for anyone were they to come across it, that kind of thing we're talking
Just
about?
not as good as bad news, but yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. I'd have to look it up in my catalogue.
I
I
don't
don't have on me for
understand
some
No,
reason.
that do I.
Thank you
Sounds
for your
scary,
time, Mr. Rifler. What's
Okay.
your name?
Name's actually a Timmy Rifler.
Timmy Rifler. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
We won't be coming back.
Hey mate, he's got nice gums.
I don't blame you.
Timmy can have a point of inspiration.
What's the cheapest, most interesting thing you've got here in the shop, sir?
Thank you.
Probably the smoke bullets.
Oh, well, we bought those. What's the second cheapest, most interesting thing you've got in the shop?
My body.
What makes
I
it
need without saying
no, what makes it interesting?
I'm very good with it.
Timmy!
If you want to pay me to do a cartwheel, I'll do it perfectly.
Oh,
How much? How much?
6 gold. Second cheapest.
I'll go halfsies on you.
I'll put 1 gold in.
Okay. You know what? Fine, yeah.
Rounds it down nicely.
I bet. Sure. You see, yeah, he does. He kind of gets jumps down off the table, then does this, lands perfectly, very gracefully, and goes bows.
Oh, well done, well
I
done.
was wrong. We'll be coming back.
Endlessly, we need to go find all the money, and we will return.
Remember when you said we needed a goal?
Yeah, we found it. Would you perchance like a job on a ship as morale officer?
I've got family here.
No, they can come.
No, that's such a bad idea.
I'm alright.
I'll pay for them. Come on, my pocket. I keep telling you, we need a morale whore for the ship.
Isn't that what Clip Clop is?
Oh,
God.
Morale mule.
Oh, you mean an actual whore? Or do you mean just like a morale whore?
I mean, originally I meant whore, but it can be contrived as anything. Just
okay.
something that.
I thought you just
Wow.
meant someone that cheers people
Yes,
up.
Yeah,
it's
same.
nice. The other thing
I mean,
is
the
nice.
original was.
That's why I said Clip Clop.
Yeah, originally we were going to hire Scarlett, but she wasn't interested.
I never got around to asking her.
Yeah.
Did I not? Did I? I don't remember. I was very
If
busy
it
time.
was like his first and second time, probably not.
Right.
Do you want to marry me?
Hey,
Let's head to the cannon.
Sail
pretty
away
well
with
my
me.
rolls.
As you're on your way to the cannon shop, you see as kind of a squadron of guards kind of like walking up the kind of like promenade. You see about 6 guards kind of in there, kind of like looking around, kind of looking, and then they kind of clock you, and then they look down and see you, and they beeline straight for you.
Oh,
Oh, what the fuck has Mostella done?
Here we go.
You see this gentleman kind of like helmet underarm. You can see he's kind of got elongated ears, half-elven gentleman, kind of like this shaggy kind of brown hair. You Captain Foiro?
That'd be me, yeah.
Under the order of Grandmaster Tark, not Maester, what am I saying? Grandmaster Tark, I'd like you to come with me. There's been a bit of a problem with a few of your crew members.
Which ones? I'm the quartermaster.
The main one is the big white one.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
here we go. Right, more come.
What did I
If you'd
do?
like to come with us, we'll explain when we get there, but we'll be taking a short boat to just to cast them.
Ah, for
All the
fuck's
way over
sake.
there, right.
What I wanted to go to the library.
You go to the
You
right.
can
go
go.
if you
So
want.
we can handle this. This is captain and quartermaster duties.
I don't mean to intrude, and it's not really my place, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how much trouble are these guys actually in? I mean, is
It's
it...
about a 7.
Oh,
A 7.
fucking
Oh
hell.
my
They
god.
got drunk and beat up my
killed someone.
Oh, they've absolutely fucked it, right. Yeah, you know what, the library, the books aren't going anywhere, I fucking hope.
Who went with nowhere?
It
It
was.
was Nowhere, Fames,
Oh,
Click
God.
Clop, and Tranvik.
I'm perfect.
Oh,
fucking
which was
cracking boy.
Is the horse
Where?
with them? The tiny horse.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
strange.
We have to go.
Yes, we have to say that.
We've
If it
got
comes
to-
down to it, we don't have enough. We only pay the bail for the horse. Okay.
I mean, yeah, let's...
It's on our way.
Why am I making... Captain, what are we doing?
We bet you can, if you would like to go to the library. I don't have much interest, so you go ahead. Gav, I think me and you at least need to go.
I'm going.
Yeah, if you don't want to get wrapped up in this chaos.
I'm gonna go to the library for, like... How long does it take? How long do I think it would take to get to the library?
Maybe like 20 minutes.
Just go, they'll be done.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry.
Cool. And to be honest, I can just walk over to the farm anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
We can do that. Swim over.
I'll be...
If we need you, we'll send someone.
Oh, we've got flare stones.
That's a bit much.
I tell you what, I'll meet you guys back at the boat at sundown.
Plan. Right. How long till sundown?
You've
That's
been
a-
shopping for a while, so it's probably about 4 or 5ish in the afternoon. So you got a good like.
2-3 hours.
It's summer, so you got 3-4 hours.
We were
Okay.
going to go for a drink.
Yeah, we're going to at sunset though, so that's fine. Okay.
And I thought we were getting people from the boat first
Oh,
and then
right.
going...
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
drink, which is
exactly.
why I said I'll meet you at the
Yeah,
boat.
we'll meet you at the boat at sundown. Lead on, fellows.
Then are you joining us?
Yeah, where are you going?
Yeah, I'll come with you guys.
Okay.
Cool. So as you kind of
We-
split off, and
We need you.
the squadron of guard kind of begin kind of ushering you through the crowd. You see a
The
couple of
muscle.
people kind of look every now and again, especially at kind of because you have a very tall person.
Points
Um,
below.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always just assume.
Yeah,
Um,
it's best to.
As you kind of like led through, Cythus, you managed to get to the index fairly quickly.
Excellent
We'll
stuff.
do you first. As you go in, you see this.
Quickly to ask, is it on purpose that the one with the library is called the Index, or is
Yes,
that
it
like
is.
yeah, cool.
All of these are named purposefully.
Good, good.
So you go to the index as it is now, and you come into quite a nice chamber. You see it's quite large with these kind of dual kind of spiraling stairways at the very opposite of the room that curl up out of sight. You can see this long kind of desk that kind of goes just in front of the stairways with kind of like hatches to kind of go through, and you can see various clerks kind of sat across this desk, all in these kind of like long, quite thick grey robes that are hooded, and you can see a myriad of people. You see Orc, Goliath, Elf.
Oh,
Hey!
thank you to Baby Bear 631 for the
Thank
follow.
Thank you
Bear.
very much.
We're
I
very
was
much
literally
appreciated.
just writing thank you for following,
Lots
so I don't
of
think you
chat
saw the
interaction,
notifications.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Everything.
Sorry, myriad of people.
Yeah. As you walk in, you can see there's quite a few people kind of here again, kind of walking with clerks, some going up the stairs, some going down. And as you walk up, you see a slot kind of opens up, and there's this kind of youngish looking Goliath female kind of sat behind there, kind of has her hair kind of braided upwards as you kind of like
Does she
approach.
bear any sort of resemblance to Garv whatsoever,
Um,
apart from being Goliath?
Apart from being Goliath, not really. You can
Fair
see
enough.
she's kind of got this kind of red hair that's kind of got a kind of darker skin than Garv. As you kind of go up, she sees you approach, and as you get within about 10 feet, just goes, "Name?"
Sayethus,
Cythus. Last name?
Jinzarameth.
Jin Zarameth.
Can you spell that, please?
Not been here before.
No, I haven't.
Captain.
Fawaro of the...
HMS flag.
is it HMS?
Yeah.
I thought it was the SS.
I've
Yeah,
got
HMS.
HMS.
Yeah.
HMS, will not worry about what that stands for. This flagship.
It should be HMS. That's Her
She
Majesty's.
goes
Yeah.
over to that- this bigger tome that's kind of near.
I mean, I guess Queen Anne's revenge helped us get it.
You're the second of
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Poirot's to come here.
I thought I might be. Do you know if the small man's still here? Or?
I'm not sure
I
what
mean,
keeper he went
that's-
with. Cool, that's fine. So, how long are you looking to spend here? Are you a couple of hours, or are you wanting to return?
I mean,
some
I
point?
want to. I've never been here before, so I've not really got anything to return. Probably about 4 hours. Really, I want to do quite a bit.
That would run you 20 gold pieces, 5 gold per hour, or you can kind of bulk buy time.
I'll go with is it a case of if I go for 2 hours and then want to have another 2, someone will come and get me and I can give them 10 gold, or?
So the time you pay for the time slot up front. If at the end of the 2 hours you think, you know what, I want more, we'd have to escort you out, and then you have to get a new
I
key.
tell you what, I just pay for the 4 hours. 4 hours. That'll take me to around sundown, so that's 20 gold.
You see she kind of places it in her own cloak, like in a pouch. She says, close the book. What food do you like?
I mean, it's canon.
Have you got, what kind of fruits have you got? And not, the
plenty
one
of
thing I would
fruits.
say is no limes. I'm kind of out of my mind of limes at the
Just
moment.
kind of like fruit board.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
fruit board will be great.
Drink what you like.
Get some long pig.
Something quite flavourful and non-alcoholic.
I'm a beard. I like get stuff.
I've got a few, if you like fruit, we've got a few fruit juices.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah.
You see as she kind of points up, and you can see there's like a balcony that kind of runs opposite with various people kind of like stood, kind of like waiting arms behind them. And she goes, fruit board as well as some fruit juice, please. Will be in one of the sections you can find me. She goes, right. She stands up and goes, right, if you'd like to come with me. And kind of like lumbers around, kind of standing a good like 4 feet above you.
You are.
Wait, actually, maybe not 4 feet. How tall are you?
I'm about 5'1".
So yeah, it won't be 4 feet. Yeah, she stands at about 7, 9-ish.
I mean, that's nearly 3 foot
Yeah,
above.
kind of-
I'm definitely looking up.
Kind of walks around. You see as she stands up as well. A clerk kind of walks down the steps, kind of says goodbye to the person they were with, goes in and fills in her seat. So it seems to be a rotating kind of staff here.
This is all very efficient,
she
round
kind
here.
of-
I'm loving this.
Well, when you've got such a renowned library, you need to be efficient with how you keep it running and how you service the people who want to come.
Excellent.
She kind of walks in, kind of crouches under the stairways. It's a little bit too small for her, but she leads you up the spiral staircase that then levels out through these 2 very large double doors. And what you see before you is a similar sight to what you saw in the market district. You see bookcases instead of buildings lining the walls and stretching up and up and up, hundreds of feet out of sight. You see various kind of bookcases that are randomly placed, some the size of this table, some much bigger and wider, the size of entire walls. Again, just stretching up and up, all crammed with books that don't seem to be organised in any way, shape or form, kind of stacked haphazardly here and there. You can see every now and again as a clerk will kind of walk by an opening between some of the bookcases, and you'll see someone they're walking with and catch a glimpse before they suddenly disappear in this maze-like structure of a library. You see books as well kind of haphazardly stacked on the floor at the corners of bookcases. It seems they have too many books to even keep here. And as you kind of take in this room and kind of look up and look around, you feel like this is probably the most books you're ever going to see in one place in your life.
This is kind of a bit overwhelming.
She kind of walks through and she kind of goes, yes, takes everyone's breath the first time they see it. I remember my first, knew I wanted to work here ever since.
I cast Firestorm.
What are you looking for?
It's quite specific. Well, kind of. One's quite specific.
Quite specific is what we specialise in.
So I'm gonna pull out the iron holy symbol that I kind of started off with.
Yeah.
The one with the mace and it's the mace with a human skull in it, I believe.
She kind of looks at it.
So I'm trying to find out what this is associated with, because I found it on a dig and there was no connotation at all. So I'm guessing it's a religious artifact.
Looks
of
like
some
holy
sort.
symbols. We'll get you a couple of books on that.
And the other thing that I'm looking for is I want as much information as you can find for me on the Kraken.
Kraken. Nice breadth of knowledge, relation to Kraken. Okay, yes, follow me. And she kind of like hurriedly kind of walks off, kind of almost leaving you in the dust as you kind of hurriedly carry on. And as she walks, she'll stop and you'll kind of accidentally bump into her and she'll kind of take a book from the shelf and look at it, kind of blow dust off the pages, shake her head and put it back. And then she'll go to a lower shelf, pull a book out, kind of put it under her arm. You see she kind of like grabs like 3 books kind of in one hand and then has a total of 2 other books in the other. She kind of walks by. As you kind of walk by, you see a glimpse between some of the bookcases. You see a elderly orcish gentleman, kind of very saggy, kind of wrinkled face, kind of sat just writing. And you can see kind of sat opposite him, kind of feet up, head buried in the book, is your halfling friend.
I
And you can see
completely ignore him. He's doing.
You see a stack of 10 books next to him that he's just kind of feverishly kind of panning through.
I'll keep in mind where he is, just in case I want to go have a chat. But I'm not going to disturb him now.
as you begin walking through kind of this myriad of books, and you come to a section that has quite a large table. You can see at one end there seems to be a human male clerk kind of sat with a similar kind of grey robes kind of draped across him, sat kind of doing some writing, while opposite him is a tabaxi gentleman, seems to be kind of like orange of skin, kind of an orange tiger descent, pair of glasses kind of propped up on the nose, kind of flicking through a couple of books as the tail kind of just waves playfully. You see as this clerk kind of walks down, kind of like points to the chair at the opposite, looking at the others, and the human just kind of gives a knowing nod, goes back to writing, she kind of pulls it out. At that point you see as two figures kind of come from the between the bookcases, one holding this kind of large platter of fruit, and you can see lots of surface well fruits there. You see bananas, oranges, apples. You see the reddish fruits that you would often pick for Gizmo in his like kind of home turf.
Where is Gizmo?
I leave the pets by the boat. Yeah.
Okay.
And you see as also like this big kind of frothy kind of fruit smoothie almost is placed in front of you as well.
This is all very nice, thank you very much.
Kind of pride ourselves on what we do here.
No, the service is excellent,
If
thank
you
you very
want to
much.
get started, I'll be with you for the 4 hours. And she kind of pulls a small tome out of her pocket and kind of begins flicking through. Be here if you need.
That's amazing, right. So what are the 5 books that I've got in front of me?
So the 3 you've got cover religion. So you've got one that covers the religion of the outer planes, one that covers the religion of the elemental planes, and then one that's kind of a broad stroke theology on religion. And then the Kraken ones you've got, it's a factual book, documentation on the sightings of Krakens throughout the past or any kind of known ones. And then there's a fictional book as well, kind of that follows the tale of a ship that kind of has this everlasting battle against a Kraken.
It's a dope library.
That's amazing.
I'm very glad you guys came to this city early on.
Yeah.
I've had this place built for about a year.
Are we allowed to know what the first place you built was?
Yes, it was Priangos, but it was different to the Priangos you know now.
Okay, cool.
The one you know now is Priangos version 2.
Okay.
The first place I built that stayed the same was Port Royal.
And we'll never go.
I've got absolutely no idea where to begin with this.
Totally
I mean, do you know if it would be elemental or outer theology, or
She'll make a check.
if not, I'm just going to start flicking
I
through.
don't know what it is. It's now that I look at it, I shouldn't have really picked up this book. She kind of takes the elemental book. It's definitely not an elemental god.
No,
she kind of
Probably not.
puts that to one side.
Would that have been written in primordial?
Sections, yeah.
Sweet, I could have read those.
Yeah, she says it's there if you need, but for that you probably don't need it.
Cool. So I'm going to start flicking through the outer and just seeing if there's pictures in it at all.
Make a investigation check at advantage for me, being that it's just basically knowing where to look in the books for the right knowledge, but obviously you've got her there to help as well.
Investigation, none at 20.
Cool. So as you flick through, you're kind of flicking through the outer planes, and the symbology, the kind of spiked mace, is quite aggressive. You know, some of the upper plane gods kind of to be fairly aggressive with their symbology, but not really in that way. So you flick to the lower planes, and you actually find exactly what you're looking for with a 20. You get onto a brief section about the abyss and the depths of the abyss and the various demon lords that rule. You notice mention of Gratz there, the person that Asher worships. But you also find a section on the realm of death, or the layer of undeath, and the prince that rules it by the name of Orcus, the Prince of Undeath. You know that this is a holy symbol to Orcus, and that it is...
I've been walking around with a fucking symbol of Orcus. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
He is
apparently.
He is the Lord of, he is the Lord of Undeath, and you know that it is fashioned in this way. It says in the book that his holy symbol is modelled after his wand, which is essentially a human spine that extends out into a human skull. But yeah,
Scorpion?
Pretty much
Well, it's just something that I found on a dig. Strange disembodied Annie voice.
Out of interest, because Nem hates Orcus.
Yeah, it was just something that I found on a dig, and I've been walking around with it.
Have you been like displaying it?
Yeah, I've been showing everyone and being like, do you know what this is?
I remember I had you do a religion check, but I think you rolled poorly for it.
Fuck's sake. That's annoying. Okay, great.
Let me crack on. Right, well, I'm not sure I should be carrying this round, should I? It's a bit much.
We
I mean, we shouldn't judge
Well, do
I
you
guess-
worship
No,
orcas?
not at all. It's just
Keep
it's
it
just
hidden.
a cool thing that I found.
Keep it hidden, you're probably fine.
Yeah, Kraken. I'm gonna put that back in my pocket. Right, spend the rest of the time looking for stuff on the Kraken.
Cool.
What am I specifically looking for? I ask myself.
Good, because I was just about to ask you that as well.
Right, I would like to know. So the Kraken priestesses have been attempting to summon and bind the Kraken to Gingerams.
Yeah, you don't know the particulars of it, but you know that the general theory, like the propaganda they were spreading throughout
Yeah.
the city to get people behind it, was that they were going to summon the Kraken using the strength of Ginzarem and just his presence and the weapon he carries, and they were going to attempt to bind the Kraken to their service as a protector of the city and a force they could use against Midas. But, as you know, went horribly wrong.
Oh, just a fucking little bit.
Mm.
So I want to have a look for if anything like that has been attempted in the past and whether it was successful. And I'm also going to have a look to see just how many Krakens I think I can find, like different definitions of a Kraken, because that plural just went, oh my god!
Cool, yeah, go for it. So yeah, same thing, investigation check, advantage.
That's not as good, but it's still good. 17.
17. So as you kind of flicking through this book, your eyes are just wide. This book contains everything you could have hoped for. You kind of depictions of Krakens that you just kind of lose yourself in the pictures for a couple of minutes. As you're going through, you find that it's never been attempted to bind a Kraken magically before, although you do know that it has been documented that a few avatars of gods or champions of gods have managed to either persuade or coax Krakens kind of to help them with things. But this is kind of a very like one or two case kind of basis. As in terms for Krakens, you read into the past, and apparently the Sea of the Fallen to the south, where you know the Kraken to kind of mainly reside, there used to be a couple of Krakens across there that mainly stuck to the very, very, very deep depths, so deep that it's even underwater folk don't tend to go there.
Yeah.
As for current day, you know that one Kraken is currently accounted for, which tends to be a constant blight to the Sea of the Fallen, and anyone who would try to cross it, as well as some of the other nasties that kind of live there. It kind of talks about how there is certainly possibility for other Krakens to exist, both on this plane and predominantly in the plane of water, where they are kind of originate from. But yeah, you know, there's one that's documented for current times, but yeah, there have been multiple in the past.
Oh, that's far too much for me. Right. Next would be trying to understand, because I don't think they're evil. I think so. I want to try and gauge the
What was your investigation check again?
17.
With that, you would you find like a footnote essentially, which most Krakens tend to be chaotic evil.
Oh,
Oh, good.
I don't want most.
Most. The theory is that they kind of serve their own purpose, so they may inadvertently do good when trying to serve themselves, but you know that more often than not, like Krakens are just evil and want to kill and destroy and bind creatures to their service.
Hey, being evil ain't all doom and gloom. There's some really nice evil guys out
Yeah,
there.
there are. I can't wait
I
to
know
meet
some
them.
really
Name
nice, I know
five.
some really good evil guys.
There's also a note of that they are apparently hyper intelligent
Santa.
as well. Most people kind of paint
Oh.
pictures of them as being these kind of nasty, ferocious
five
kind
guys
of
as
beasts,
well.
but
Oh, no,
there's
I-
actually
I'm pretty sure they're smarter than most things on this planet.
yeah, they are. Yeah, so if anything, this just confirms your knowledge
Yeah,
of that. They are hyper
they're just fucking
intelligent.
awesome, aren't they? Right, so people intelligent.
I don't want them.
As you are sat there reading for a total of about 4 hours, we will quickly hop back over to you three.
Nice.
So, over the last couple of like 30-40 minutes or so, you've basically been ushered down to the docks, put on this boat, and sailed across to the Justicar's Thumb. You're kind of you see as kind of watchtowers kind of built out of the side of the Thumb, kind of notice you guys coming in, and you see as one of the guards kind of picks up 2 flags and kind of gives a symbol to the person before you kind of moor up. Your led.
What was the symbol? Am I allowed to? Can Foira memorise it?
Yeah, sure. It's very easy. It's just a basic movement with flags.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right, by the way, this it's run by a man named Tark.
Tark?
Yeah, he's a nasty fellow. He's
Right.
he's like a man.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to spoil it. It's quite cool.
Oh, really? Oh, exciting.
See, as you kind of go on up, you're led through one of many entrances into this slum, and immediately taken downwards into the base of a palm, which is actually underwater. You're led through just what appears to be a myriad of cells. It seems like this place has been purposely built to be like a maze. But as you kind of go through, you can kind of hear the voices before you actually see something. You just hear I don't know what you're fucking saying. It wasn't us. We weren't even near there. This is unfair. Like, surely we should get like a fair trial. And as you kind of come around, you can see kind of nowhere kind of leaning between the bars, just kind of like pleading with this guy. That you see this elderly gentleman, looks like an elderly member of the city guard. Kind of has a different coloured sash. So instead of like just kind of like the similar brass colour, you see he's got like a red strip going across to denote some kind of station. Helmet again, kind of underarm, kind of sword at the side. And he goes, "Look, I don't care. We're going to wait for your captain to get here. I'm going to speak to Katark and we'll sort out what happened, but it's not looking good for you." And he kind of turns and notices you and goes,
Speak of the devil, he shall
I
appear.
suppose you are the captain.
That'd be me.
He kind of passes his helmet off to one of the guards who holds it, and he goes,
What's happened?
"Well, we've had a little bit of an incident in the market district. These three here, you kind of look in the cell and you can see Fames, Pranvik, Nowhere, and Cliplop.
Hey!
That's a 4.
Well, these three in the pony. These three in Fames.
Thank you, thank you.
He knows.
He's known him for half an hour and he gets it.
They took it upon themselves to break into, beat up, and steal a bunch of riches from one of the shops, and they have yet to tell us where they've stashed said riches.
What proof do you have of that?
You see, multiple eyewitnesses see a very large white tiefling leaving the scene and running down alleyways, and he says no one just kind of goes back and goes, "Bah, surely I wouldn't just show up in this city and just fucking go in and smash some places. Like, we were going for a drink, like nothing happened. I'm not sure, these guys came out of nowhere. Like,
Right.
this is a bunch of bullshit. You can't be believing this man."
Don't worry, we're fine.
You see,
Can I do an insight check on
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, sure.
Can I? Yeah.
I know him quite well. Can I have advantage on
Yeah,
it?
go for it.
And, yeah.
That's
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
As the
20 to 1.
Oh boy.
Nowhere is a piece of shit, but you know that he's not a stupid piece of shit. You feel like he is just telling the truth
He's telling
through
the
and
truth.
through.
Yeah.
And you see his Pranvik kind of pipes up and goes, "I don't even bloody fight unless I'm being told that I've hurt a few people. This is..."
Yeah, that is true.
Not
He's
right.
he's not a fighter.
He is a pacifist, he is openly.
Well, we've got tens of people who have seen these three leaving the scene of the crime.
Right, but illusion magic exists.
That's true.
Indeed, and I would believe illusion magic if they hadn't manhandled the shopkeep and barged past a bunch of people on the way out.
But they could have altered appearances to make him look like some people they'd seen earlier in the day.
That's true.
And then who better than a really out what's the word I'm looking for?
I know,
An interesting looking
Yeah.
person.
Unique.
Again,
Person note.
it's an interesting theory, but
Which
proof.
shop was it?
It was one of the ones on the lower. It's a fruit salesman. Didn't
Lower?
take any of the fruit, just
Fruit
all of his
salesman.
gold.
You know the area because we saw him, didn't we? Walking
You
past.
threw an apple at
We
him.
threw an apple at them.
Yeah.
Were they got?
Because
We didn't throw an apple at
No,
you.
they
No,
wanted
don't
a
worry.
snack, and I threw an apple to like.
Yeah. Well, were they heading in that direction?
The pony.
Would you?
Because
that's
were they anywhere near that fruit shop when we saw them?
You saw them walking like on the bottom layer.
Would we know that's
It
anywhere
was
near the
from afar.
fruit shop?
He just said, yeah, the fruit shop's on the bottom, on
Okay.
the bottom layer.
Okay.
Well, you can see my quartermaster's log here. You can see that we're well stocked with fruits, so they would have absolutely no reason
Yeah, no
to
reason.
go to a fruit shop.
No.
People eat.
We've got so many limes.
Okay,
Fine.
how can we make this right? If we find the stash or who did it,
Well, it's not looking too good for him now. We were more going to propose a way that you could pay bail, but if you're so convinced that it
Oh.
wasn't, then
can we not do both? If it turns out that we can't find the evidence that it's not them, can we come back and pay the bail?
you could, yeah.
Oh.
There we go. Thames, you're staying quiet. What's your take?
You write down everything.
Kind of.
Yeah, you do.
No, that was Hickory.
Oh, that's Hickory. Damn it.
What the fuck are you good for?
Why do we keep... Oh, it's the horse. The horse
It's,
makes us.
You see, he kind of like is just kind of stroking Cliff. Like, yes, a bit first time I've ever seen the inside of a cell actually.
Okay, don't worry.
Clip-clops are hardened criminal.
You see Cliff-clops now, suddenly he's got like a tattoo.
Yeah.
Shanked one of the other cellmates.
He's already jumping someone else into our crew.
Yeah, he's kind of like rubbing Cliff-clops for comfort. Just
If you beat up Clip-clop, you're the fucking head of the prison.
Yeah. What happened? What's your take?
well, we were he said we were at a drink. I think it was we went to the Strumpet's betrothal. They wanted to take me to some kind of house of debauchery for a joke, I guess. And we were enjoying our drinks, laughing along, and the men came in and they slapped us in irons and took us.
Okay. Have you, sir, Mr. Guard, sir? I haven't got your name, sorry.
Yes, my name is Captain I nearly just said Drummond. Captain Duggan.
Captain Duggan, I know a man with a similar name. Have you perchance spoken to the innkeeper for that could be their alibi?
We have indeed. They said that they came in during the afternoon, pushing around. What time did I say? It was 4. Pushing it around 3:30. This robbery seems to happen around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
We've spoken to all sources involved, and without a doubt, the evidence is pointing to these 3 gentlemen.
Out of interest, the people who saw this crime, were they aligned with Midas or the pirates?
Bit of both. They left the shop, barged through the crowd.
Fair
Quite a
enough.
few people saw. They knocked over a few good vendors on the way.
Now, I'd expect a judiciary system like this to have somewhat a use for truth magic. Is there anyone around who could cast a zone of truth? Surely that's the best way to get to the bottom of this.
Don't have many magic users within the watch. We're more of a
That's a shame. We don't
fighting force.
That spell. How much is bail, out of curiosity?
Well, with the money that they've stolen, the damages that they did to the shop, the shopkeeper now has to take time off to recover. We're looking at around 18,000 gold.
18,000 gold. Okay.
I think we need to catch a criminal.
We need to
Captain.
go prove some innocence, or we're sadly going to have to leave.
If you're looking to lessen that, we do have criminals wanted at large currently that we are looking for that could dampen the blow, but after what they've done.
Bounty we
I
can
like
do.
that.
Okay, tell us.
Where's the bounty board?
Yeah.
Uh,
Point us towards the notice board, we'll do the rest.
are you wanting a... I don't know what I'm fucking saying. I'm so out of it.
That's fine, don't worry.
I just broke on stream. Oh my god. I'm so ill.
Oh.
You got this, man. I believe.
Yeah, he says, we've got one that's kind of notorious at the minute.
Okay.
Might be a place to start before you start chasing this illusion that you seem so convinced of.
I trust my crew, sir.
Yeah,
I trust that these men didn't do it.
indeed, and I trust my guard and I trust what they saw.
Oh, so guards saw this as well?
Indeed, we have guards posted throughout the city.
Okay. Will we be able to speak to these guards? I assume it's hard to find the eyewitnesses.
You could speak to a couple, yes.
Yes, cool. That would...
I can arrange for that.
Thank you.
The one we currently have at the moment is someone stole a couple of books from the index. Doesn't go kindly in this city.
Oh, clearly.
He's taken up refuge down in the base of Littlehood.
Good.
It's,
We need a reason to go.
kind of a flooded area, but we've not managed to penetrate. He's got some kind of magic in the way.
Okay.
It's not really our specialty, and no magisters have been passing through, so we've not been able to enlist them for help.
Alright, we can have a look. What's his name? Or her name, sorry. Don't want to assume.
Not someone I've ever dealt with before, but they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. They're a salamander.
Oh, a salamander!
Yeah.
Wow!
Interesting.
Oh, I can't burn! We'll take it.
You can't what?
I can't burn.
Alright.
I've got boots.
Okay.
Magic boots.
That was the key bit of
Sorry,
information.
I assumed we're in a high magic world. I assumed you would you'd catch on.
Sorry, the guards in this city aren't really high magic. We're
That's
more
fine.
we're more your standard RPG
Oh
guard.
yeah, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. No worries, my apologies. Magic boots, can't burn. I'm spot on for this. We're on our way.
But like, we should also prove their innocence.
Yeah,
Well,
we
we're
should
going to do
also
that too,
find
but
the other
also...
guys.
Yeah, if you
It's
could,
all
that
just-
would be grand.
We're going to, don't worry, we'll be fine. But we're getting on to Salamander.
Yeah, no, I'm totally game.
Yeah, good. You don't seem excited.
Well, you have
No,
fun
I'm
killing the
totally
salamander.
Okay.
I'll be here. This is no one just kind of sits on the floor, just kind of slumps, and sulking like a teenager.
We'll
Aw.
be done by end of the... Well,
What's the time now?
You'd get here, yeah, about 4:35ish.
okay, so we've got about 2 hours,
Right, look,
and then we go for a drink.
Make sure we go for a drink.
Yeah, we need it. We've booked on... Oh! Wait, our drinking buddy, he might be able to help us out with this one.
who's that?
Our new friend.
Asher.
Oh, yeah.
He's got contacts.
Hmm.
He's
I
been
think-
here before.
You see,
If he knows anyone in the... Yeah, cool. Cheers. We'll be back in the next day, tomorrow.
Report back to one of the bastions. If you do, they'll
Oh,
bring
they'll
you
take us
to-
in. Yep, cool. We'll be back. You three, hold tight. Do you
Four.
have... You four? Sorry, folks. Of course counted you, click clop. Have you got any irons on you?
No.
No? Oh, I can't...
I've got I've got my, I've got the dimension shackles, but I think that's
quite the opposite of what we need.
Yeah, that's they've got that covered really.
I mean... No, we'll discuss that later. Right. See you later. Goodbye.
Do you not want to speak to the guards?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I assumed they'd still be on duty.
Yeah, follow me now. We brought them in.
Okay.
Kind of lead you through, kind of up back into the thumb section. It seems to be where the main barracks is, and lead you out to this large kind of mess hall. What you see are these two guards kind of dressed down. They've not got their breastplates on anymore, just kind of in their casual kind of clothes, kind of just stood kind of talking from afar, being able to read lips. Oh, you're not there. Sorry, you're in the library.
Let's carry on.
Yeah, so they're kind of talking to a humanoid gentleman that seems to be fairly large at first before you get close and realise that he's not humanoid at all. You see this kind of humanoid body, kind of this breastplate that kind of goes down to a point here, kind of like revealing some abs, kind of like going down into his lower body. Quite a nice kind of brass helmet, kind of a Roman style, but without the plumage coming up the top. And you can see kind of like two very large spears attached to his back. What catches you about this individual, though, is that his entire lower half, much like a centaur with a horse, is a scorpion's body. You see
Oh, God.
these two large scorpion claws protruding out from the front, and this
That's
very large
dark.
stinger that goes up and around to the back. And you can see
That's
this
disgusting.
brass goldish plating that has been put down the chitin of the scorpion and all the way up the stinger as well. You see as he's talking to them, and as you get close, he then kind of with a gruff kind of looks at you, looks at the captain, kind of nods to the captain that's with you, and then like just scuttles off.
Yeah.
All right.
As you go, he just says, "You two, Brent, Dave, they want to
David Brent.
question you." Oh, for fuck's sake! Why do I keep doing this? Oh god.
They are both.
He's called Cavid. No.
Which one?
The first
Brent.
one. So it's Cavid and David. No, it's fucking it's David and Brent. God fucking damn it! Why do I do this?
I don't know.
So as you go up, you turn around, you see a gentleman kind of goatee, a little bit rotund, kind of a black shirt on, kind of black hair, kind of swept to one side, and a kind of a taller gentleman by his side, kind of blonde hair, kind of glasses, quite lithe. As they turn around to you. May as well fucking run with it.
All right. How's it? I assume you're Dave and Brent.
Yes, yes, I'm Dave.
Um,
Yes, I'm Brent.
So our friends downstairs, they supposedly robbed a fruit shop.
Oh, are you friends of the big white one in the
We're
dragon
captain.
one? Yeah, it was mayhem. We tried to give chase, but the crowd got in the way. They threw a couple of people at us, so we went back for the shopkeep.
How fast would you say they moved?
Fairly quick. I mean, yeah, the little one was fairly quick for what he was, but
Did they have a pony with them?
no, I assume we think they met up with the pony after. I mean, you don't
That
take a
was them.
pony to a robbery.
That was not them. If the pony was... If it was them, the pony would have ran the job.
The pony doesn't go anywhere without the halfling.
Yes.
Wait, the pony takes the halfling.
As far as we
Yeah.
know.
They can't look at each other. And,
It's an odd relationship, but don't worry about it.
Was there any eyewitnesses that saw the pony taking part of the crime?
We questioned some of the people. No one saw any ponies.
Hmm.
Bit, like I said, a bit odd to rob a place with a pony.
It's fairly.
You'd want something a bit more deadly, like at least like a dog or a hound.
Odd brain pattern there, but okay,
Yeah.
I'll let you have it. Can I generally insight this entire situation?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Fuck's sake!
No, you can't.
Yeah, apparently not. That's an 8.
Got this fucking bell they rolled. We're all rolling shit today.
Yeah,
guys.
I think I've rolled one
You
thing
get the
above a
feeling
10.
that they believe what they are saying is true at the very least. You think that everything they're telling you is what they saw. They seem like upstanding gentlemen and they're being honest.
Okay.
Again, whether you put stock in Garv's theory that or the fact that the pony wasn't there, that's up to you. But yeah, you feel like they are telling you what they saw.
Okay. Can I... I'm not proficient. Can I sense, like, anything, like, magic about them? Like
Make
the ozone of spell damage, that kind of thing?
I'd say give me either investigation or actually perception or arcana.
Perception or arcana, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be... that can be either. It's the same. There we go, 16.
16. But you kind of pick them apart, their outfits, kind of knowing that you kind of need a detect magic spell to kind of pick up traces of magic. But you kind of pick them apart for any kind of symbols or any.
Oh, more if anything been cast on them.
But yeah. If anything been cast on them. In that case, yeah. Sorry, it'd be an insight check.
Insight again.
Yeah.
That's very good. Again, that's none that 20.
They seem sound of mind. They seem all there. They seem maybe like a little bit stressed out from the work day or possibly the talk down that they may have just had from their boss because they let criminals get away. They weren't the ones who caught them.
Who ended up catching the?
We did some look-arounds and gathered up a couple of the guys and went and.
If they had committed a crime, why would they just sit and let themselves be caught?
Victory drink, I guess.
But as everyone said, they're very notable characters.
It's a bit odd. Not the smartest of criminals, really, were they? No.
Or not the smartest of criminal justice systems.
Oh, beard. Nice.
He is where the camera says. Well, have you got any evidence that suggests otherwise?
We'll go find it, don't worry. On our way?
Make my job easier.
Bounce. Right, thank you for your time. Good luck.
Likewise, like I said, just notify one of the bastions if you do find anything.
Yeah, of course. Right.
Got you are escorted back to a boat and led back to there where eventually you can meet up with Scythus, assuming you're done at the index.
When I was finished at the index, I was just going to poke my head around and see what Mostella was up to.
Yep, so as you go around, you can see it's got to about, was it you were there for 4 hours?
Yeah.
So you'd be there till about 7, 8-ish.
Yeah.
You go around and as you come around, you see he is just still there, just ploughing through books. You see the orcs brought him a couple more books and there's like multiple empty bowls there. And you get the feeling you can see kind of like bags starting to appear on the eyes and he is just like speed reading, like just through book after book after book.
I'm just going to very gently go over, not interrupt for too long, and just say, hey man,
oh, hello.
we're meeting up on the boat, we're going to go for a drink. There was a bit of trouble, some people were in prison, but hopefully it's been sorted out.
Do you know where you are going for a drink?
The
Coin man.
the
Coin.
coin
man.
man,
So yeah. Oh no, you've got
the
so
coin man
yeah.
cometh, or
The coin man cometh. You see the orcs goes out. Corner of the coin collector.
that's the one.
So corner is the coin collector.
Okay, that's the name of a...
Well, I'm paid up until midnight, so I'll come and see you then.
Fantastic.
I just immediately turns back to the book and just starts flicking through. He's reading a book on like astrology.
I was going to say, there wasn't even any point in me asking what you were looking up.
I'm just going to quickly text Tom and let him know that he's aware that someone's been arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day. Evening.
You too, friend. And goes back and just like begins scanning pages again.
Oh, remember to drink and eat. You look a
don't
bit,
worry, I've got ale coming every now and again.
Oh boy.
maybe not ale. You look a little bit manic.
But, maybe I will have some water.
That's probably a good plan.
See if the orcs kind of...
Is there anything I can
Bring
do
us some
to...
water, please. Yeah, thank you.
God, this library, man.
Anything I can do to help? I have nothing I can do that will help. A tidal wave will not help in the situation at all.
God, no.
Oh god, the books.
So you eventually, you say by the you eventually led out where you came. Kind of the keeper that you were with, kind of just kind of nods to you, kind of beckons you farewell.
Thank you very much. What was your name?
Brunhilda.
Brunhilde. Thank you ever so much. And how much gold do I have? I will give her a 4 gold tip for being very friendly.
Oh, thank you very much. Always welcome back here.
Thank you.
Oh, before we left the prison island,
Yes.
could I have asked Nowhere and that Gubbins where they were before they went to the bar?
Just generally looking around. We're going to pick up some trinkets. Got myself a new ring.
Oh, where
from?
Oh, just on the market stalls.
Ah.
Do you remember who you
Right.
bought it from?
It was a lady. She was a bit like a almost like a horse face or a horse nose. At least. No, it looked like a squat nose, kind of bluish skin, freckles. They're weird. I've not really seen them before.
Furball.
Oh yeah.
Don't really know. Yeah.
Oh, furball.
Yeah, that's right. I think she might have been a furball. Quite a slow speaker, but quite liked it. It's cool,
Oh, right.
To make my punches hurt more.
Okay.
Alright, well that's something.
That's good. Yeah, we can head there. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Anyone else buy anything?
You see his face. She goes, I was just going to get a new brush, but I didn't get time to before we got arrested.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Like I said, he kind of looks up, and the first time that he's made eye contact with you since being in prison, I said, don't worry, I have faith in you, Captain.
Okay. I'm glad. We'll get you out.
What did we
Flip-flop.
do to earn Fames's trust?
We
Absolutely nothing.
abused him for 9 days straight where he couldn't escape.
Yeah.
It's like he thinks
Didn't
it's
kill him on sight.
Yeah,
That's true.
Right. See you in a bit.
You'll kind of reconvene at the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get to the ship, you see his Clash and Iqlal there, just kind of like in brief conversation. You see Renix is off to one side, kind of just like a prayer mat, almost like sprawled out, kind of like doing a prayer towards the sky as the sun is beginning to set.
Cool.
Um,
We as we get together and we all group up, like, all right, boys, let's plan a jailbreak.
Well, Mostella's in the library till midnight.
Oh God.
So, just in case Tom is back for next session,
Mm.
we should probably do something until midnight so that Tom is here.
We're gonna go
There.
for a drink.
I'm sorry, Captain, are we not going to go and plan some sort of...
I thought
What's
we-
happened,
I thought
actually?
we-
That's the point. Catch me up.
Oh yeah. So I.
That all
explained-
happened.
Yeah.
That all happened. Excellent.
Yeah.
Why didn't we release Clip Clop? He wasn't there at the crime.
Yeah, in fairness, I nearly said, "Can we take the pony though?"
Yeah.
But because he didn't
Because
actually do anything.
apparently
But
he
I
was
think
no
Fames-
accomplice and they went
Fames
too
would have
later.
actually like freaked out. I think if we.
Yeah.
Oh,
told
that
him.
he would have had a
Yeah.
mental
So,
breakdown.
Yeah, it would have been better to keep...
That
Yeah,
would've
that's
been
true.
You could
And-
talk to the pony though.
I could have done. I mean, I could go back and have a word.
That's possible.
Did they say how much they're going to reduce the bounty by?
No, they
if
didn't.
We
No.
get this salamander? No.
Would, would they have if they?
they did mention.
No.
There was something I was gonna say, but I've forgotten what it was.
Oh,
Yeah, freeing
I've
them.
got great news. You know that weird little symbol I've been walking around with?
Oh, yeah.
Try and grab that.
Yeah.
Symbol of Orcus.
Oh!
Oh, no,
It's been
probably,
bothering me for ages.
Keep that one in your
That's.
pocket.
I hate orcas. Where did you find this?
It was just on a job. I found it was a dig. It looked pretty cool. I was like, I'm going to have that, see if I can find more about it.
Do you know what it means?
It means it's,
What
it
a
means
evil chip.
it's from the abyss, it's from the Lord of Undeath, and it's kind of based on a wand that he has.
Like even for me, he's bad.
It's very, 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 very bad, my dear.
Well, it's not like I'm praying to the guy, it just looked cool.
It's worth pointing
It
out that
depends.
Scythus went to a library and the only thing he found out is that everything he's interested in is evil in some way.
Welcome to the crew.
Yeah. Pirates!
Fucking the alignment's changing quicker, boys.
So we'll go for the salamander tomorrow. For now, I think once fresh, we'll go see if we can find any eyewitnesses.
I think we should do it as soon as we can because, like, the longer we wait, less evidence is going to be.
That's what I'm saying. Like the salamander can wait.
Mm.
Like so, yeah. But yeah, let's go have a look. See if we can find Any hints and tips?
Perhaps the real thieves are celebrating in the taverns tonight with their new gold. So
Perhaps.
could go and have a listen.
That is
That
a
is-
great idea.
Yes.
Oh, what's the
Very clever.
Oh god, what's his bloody? I'm so terrible with names. The guy that we picked up from the ocean.
Asher.
Asher.
Asher. Hey Asher.
You see as he pokes his head out. You see he's looking a lot better. You see his clothes are dry. He's got this kind of red, quite fine shirt on that's kind of like trimmed with this kind of like off gold kind of colour. He goes, yes. Hello. Glad that you just came by. I was just getting ready actually.
The drink may have to wait. I've got need of your services.
Oh, okay.
There's
I've got services that needing.
well, we'll see. It might be your area of expertise. If you could, there's been a robbery in town
Yes.
of a sizable amount of money from a fruit shop. Do you reckon you could find any information on that? You say you've got contacts.
Could give
Something
it a
on the
try.
ground.
Not many in Titan's Cradle, but I can give it a try. I know what to look for.
Okay.
That said as well, how long are we staying here?
At
Assuming
least
like
couple of
another- At
days.
least another day. I've just had a thought.
Go on.
Well, he's a fruit seller. And we've literally just found out that there's an underground ring of lime drug smuggling. Do you think it was anything to do with that?
Oh, that's
Could
possible.
be.
That's possible. They didn't steal any fruit though. Is the
No,
issue.
but
But you're right. Yeah.
the guy could be a front.
That's true.
Do we know how much money was taken?
I don't know, I
Oh,
wasn't there.
they didn't tell us.
They
Did
didn't
they? Didn't
say.
tell us. No.
But
Okay.
I reckon it's worth turning up to this fruit shop with some
That-
limes.
That's our first port of call.
I'll take some limes.
Take a few limes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Can I take a line?
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
Asher, I've got a
Limes all
question for
round.
you.
Don't do it.
No, carry on. That's fine.
Actually, it's a good point. Let's see if
I
he gets
would-
high.
Oh, the best I've had, but pretty good.
I was just going to say.
How's your
more.
brain feeling?
Sharp as ever.
Oh, good.
Just
Okay.
gotta be careful of
To be
Gizmo, really. It's not safe to pick up fruits out in the open.
Oh,
Limey did say he gave us clean limes.
The reason why I was asking you how long we're here, been in touch with some of my contacts. I may have a job I might want to do.
oh yeah.
A ship smuggling some things in about a week and a half.
Okay.
Easy hit.
Sounds good.
Okay.
to me.
As a-
Okay.
As a, usually people would pay me for this information, but as a thank you for saving my life, I figured
That's
it's
fair.
the least I could do.
That's fair. Okay. Yes, I'd say that's something would be slightly more pressing matters for the week at hand.
Well, he's not giving me too much information on it. I just expressed interest. Now that I know that you'd be game for it, I'll see what
Yeah,
I
find
can
out
get.
more. Yeah, if you could. Yeah, no, do that. Yeah, find out anything about the robbery. If not, yeah, we'll do our best.
I'll give it a try, and if this goes well, if you need another crew member,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all
sure.
the slots.
consultant, even. Yes.
That symbol you've got that you weren't too keen on us having a look at. No worries.
Yes.
No judgment here. Quick question, what's your opinion on Orcus?
Dances the same lines of evil, but more not really my taste.
Okay.
A lot of necromancers tend to worship him, but no, I'm more of the
Sneaky, silent-y type.
kinkier side of evil.
I'm learning. Developing an appreciation for that. Fair
Oh,
enough.
There are many faiths. People just assume that the evil ones are cut and dry evil, but no,
I know, right?
it's nice. I know. What a world we live in.
I just spent a
Crazy.
whole evening reading about how one of my favourite things in the world is just apparently completely evil, and I go, okay, well that's fine, I guess.
It's all a point of view, man.
A lot of the
Exactly.
good things are labelled as evil, but hey, if you enjoy it,
Exactly. Right, well, I'll keep the
Yes.
symbol to myself for now then.
so much I
So-
love this deep philosophy. Shall we go find some lime sellers?
Yeah,
Let's
Right.
do.
that'll be our next.
as you begin to leave the ship, you see that Cloud kind of steps in the room and goes, Captain, you've not seen Eric about, have you?
Eric.
Yeah, he's just not come back yet.
Which one's Eric?
He's the
hell.
regular
He's the
dude.
human, yeah.
Not another one.
Oh, we haven't spotted him. No, want us to keep an eye out?
Yeah, she can do just send him back towards the ship. I got a job for him, just to pick up some stuff.
Where
but,
did he say he was going? Just for a
just,
drink?
Just said he had some business to
Yeah,
take
it's
care
a
of.
business. Oh,
I don't think we even spoke to Eric.
He spoke to me. He said he was going off to do business.
Oh,
Really?
I do not remember that.
Not too worried about
Okay,
it.
we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, sure you got lost or something.
Most likely. God, we've come here with like a small list of things to do, and all that's happened.
Next time we're not letting.
Yeah, no, all that's happened is our crew
It's
is.
as if I knew that and had plot hooks ready.
You bastard! Oh
None
god!
of the crew allowed off
Oh
next time.
god!
What?
One of our crew members has vanished.
Eric has-
who
Has
knows visually what all
Yeah,
of the three
that's what
culprits
I'm
look
thinking.
like, and suddenly he's not turning up.
I'm kind of thinking it was Eric.
Dunno.
How
But he had to have had mates that could
when
have.
we were
Well, he said he was
sailing
meeting
along
friends.
with
He had a job.
Eric,
Yeah.
did he seem displeased? Was he upset? Did he seem bothered?
No, you seem. Actually, you're making a retroactive insight check.
13.
Now is the time.
My insight. Insight, that is 16.
16. You seem pretty happy. You seemed even when he was like working in the rain doing the mundane work. He seemed happy on your ship. Yeah.
Do you hang around with those three much at all, or?
He kind of spoke to everyone. He mainly hung out with Clash because that's the one that he's known the longest.
Okay.
But yeah, he kind of got on with everyone really.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't think it would have been. I don't think it would have been Eric. I think maybe he could have been coerced into it if it was
I
like
don't-
magical means. But I
I'm
think
not
of all of
ruling
the
it
crew-
out.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
not ruling it out.
I'm not going to completely rule it out. I just
No.
don't. I don't think that's my immediate line of thinking.
No. But we'll see. We'll see.
Because like we say, they're not the most conspicuous of a crew.
Exactly,
Like, it could
no,
have been just anyone.
Yeah, someone could have just spotted them and gone there. That'll do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it could have been Garv. Or,
I mean, we were there. We've been in with him all day.
no, I mean like they could have
That's
picked
what you
Garv
think.
as a
Oh.
as a
Fuck.
as a visage.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Come to think of it,
a
we're all,
fun
we're all
guy.
quite a conspicuous looking.
Yeah,
not
we're
really any in between.
a fun band of oddities.
Yes.
Yeah, Eric was probably the most normal-looking guy out of all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Why he's got lost, which
Most
he just
likely.
looks too normal. We can't see.
Oh,
him.
he can't find anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go and drop off some limes at the store
Yeah,
and see
let's
if
go.
we get mugged.
Let's go see if we can buy some drugs and
Cool.
work from there.
You make your way through the ringwood to the shop, and you can see it's currently closed.
Okay.
I mean, that makes
You can
perfect
see
sense.
you can see where the window has been briefly boarded up, where windows have been smashed, and you can see kind of like broken glass. It's kind of remnants of broken glass outside, but you can see there's a sign on the door that's turned to say closed.
Does it look like the owner may live there, or is it just his
It's
shop?
big. It's big enough that it could have a house in as well.
Okay.
I mean, if you
Um,
guys are happy to sit here for just 10 minutes, could just cast detect magic and see if there was anything untoward.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or
Shout.
still going on.
Yeah,
you
good,
do that. I'll have a knock on the door if you want to check, see if there's a back door.
Yeah, I'll go around the rear.
Yeah.
It's built up like against the wall,
Ah,
so
okay.
as you kind of get round, look at the sides. There's no other
There's
exits.
a back door.
Um,
I'll just.
There's a couple of windows again, also smashed. As
It'd
you
be a
know.
bit alarming if you open the back door and you're stood there.
Takes a couple of minutes, but you kind of hear someone fiddling the door. You come out, you see this guy's got kind of like this, like essentially like a ice pack kind of on his head. You can see a couple of cuts, big black eye that's pretty much swollen closed. You see kind of she goes, "Sorry, no, we're shut for the day."
Oh no, we're here
My
on
apologies.
official business.
He's a halfling gentleman. What kind of business? I'm trying to rest.
We're in the business of.
The truth.
Well, I was going to say the
Right.
limes, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, limes.
We're in the business
And
of
truth.
limes.
Yes, but we're closed.
No, we've got the limes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait.
wonder if you need a supply of limes.
No, if I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, never mind. Insight that?
Okay.
Yep, not great. That's an 11.
You see he's concussed, he's a bit scatterbrained, he has no idea what you're on about.
Okay.
He thinks you're trying to peddle him limes to a fruit salesman. He's kind of a bit
alright,
complex.
sorry about that. But we had to be sure of something.
Okay.
The people that came into your shop earlier for the incident,
Yes.
how did they sound? What did they have accents or anything like that?
There's a big guy who was equivalent of Irish. There's a dragon with this really nice tattoo across him.
Yeah, that's it.
Checks out.
Walked up and just gave me this.
The dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I mean,
It
that's.
hits hard.
that's not him.
And
May I have a look at the? May I have a look at your
Go for it.
Yeah.
Kind of like shows
Yeah.
it. Make a medicine check.
Is it in the shape of a dragon's
That's
fist?
what I'm checking. That's a crit
Wow.
fail from
Anyone
on
who's
for
proficient in
Waro.
medicine can as well.
No, I'm not.
I actually am for some
Really?
reason.
No. I'm proficient in survival though.
Yeah, I'm also proficient in survival.
To
Would
15
I-
on the
But that
medicine
probably
check.
doesn't
So
help for
15.
medicine.
I mean, you can't tell what hit him. It's not that cut and dry, but it's a black eye. He definitely got hit, and he got hit hard. And you get the feeling that he didn't just get knocked down to the ground. He probably got kicked a few times while he was down there as well.
That's not.
That's not Pravanic.
What the little one? What do you think?
I didn't really get to see. I think he was while the big dragon guy held me down. He just went behind the desk and took what he could.
Okay, that doesn't sound like him.
Meek little fades.
I think we're fully aware that it's not them at this
Well, I get
point.
involved
Well,
in
I-
ritual cast and detect magic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did. Right, we apologise for.
It's okay. Can I go back to bed?
Yeah,
now?
please. Don't sleep.
Okay, I won't sleep.
Okay, because you got your concussion. That's
Sure.
it's,
I
it's
won't
bad to fall asleep.
Can't say I'm
That's
up
super
to date
bad
on
for
modern
you.
medicine, being that I'm
Oh no, it's
in a
super bad
pirate
for you.
world, but
Yeah, super bad.
I'll roll a persuasion check. See if this man dies.
Yep, that is a 26.
He kind of sees that you probably know what you're talking about. He goes, I'll stay up a little bit longer.
I've taken some blows to the head.
Well,
So like,
thank you.
okay,
Kind of
Good luck.
Slowly shuts the door.
okay.
As that conversation finishes, your detect magic ritual kind of pings up. Kind of sense the magic around the area. There's nothing lingering, nothing still there. There's definitely no magic kind of hanging around.
Well, it lasts for 10 minutes, might as well use it. Gonna start wandering around, seeing what magical items are available.
Yeah. As you kind of start wandering around, you see a lot of the market is beginning to like close down for the day, and now it's getting towards the evening. You see every now and again a person will have like a ring that's slightly magical or
Let's
a
go to that
necklace,
ring,
but
so.
there's not a plethora of magic items kind of just wandering the streets.
Do we see any furball rings, jewellery
Um,
sale people?
Again, because he was told he bought it at a market store, it seems like all the market stores have packed up
Okay.
a couple of hours ago.
Okay, well, let's at least go to the inn.
Do we see any furballs around?
You see one or two, but they seem to be male, kind of walking
Yeah.
around. Again, you see as the streets of the market are kind of starting to die down as people are filtering into the various taverns.
I'll pop on over to one of these male furballs.
Yes.
It's like, hello, friend.
No, they don't all know each other. That's racist.
It's a small community here. You don't know.
Alright.
There's a wonderful jewellery seller in town. Also furball. I was wondering if you knew her.
We don't all know each other.
I said that to
Bye-bye.
him.
Well, I know all Aarakocra
I don't
from
know.
my
I
hometown.
don't know the artist.
So, well,
And like we're
Oh, I
like
met one earlier. I'm not saying because you knew her, it's
no.
just it's important for me to notice these things.
sorry.
what
sorry.
kind? What
Let's go.
flavour?
She was redhead with dark skin.
Do I know what flavour of Goliath?
That's descended from fire giants.
Oh god, the furball.
Oh.
Who was spotted? Hello. Sorry, long shot. There's a very charming lady who sells rings in this area.
Yeah.
Would you happen to know her?
Who?
Is there a ring seller? No?
I'm gonna
not
ask-
from here.
Oh.
I'm going to ask one of the non-furballs because I'm not a racist bastard.
They won't know.
Okay, so you walk up, you see this kind of like this dwarven gentleman kind of like dragging his feet kind of
You get
after
that.
a day's work.
How's it?
What?
Oh, you're intense.
Diesel, I've got to brush home.
All right, cool. Oh, I've kind of flustered. You're so intense. Furbolg saleswoman. Do you know her?
What? There's a few of them. What do they sell?
Rings.
Rings. Oh, you're looking for Drusilla.
You fucker.
Base grounds usually sets up at around 7 a.m.
Do you know where she lives? Weird question.
No.
Any ideas?
No. It's either in Little Hood or it's in the Middle Sect, but there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of houses.
All right, have a good tea.
I will.
What's he dragging?
Huh?
What's he got on his?
It's just like a,
It's a body bag.
It's like it's a body, and it's like a bundle of wood that he's kind of got.
Do you need a hand?
No, thank you though.
All
He
right.
starts walking off.
So stop trying to impress this guy.
I love him.
I'm deeply upset that
just
that
in-
worked. That
yeah.
makes me look terrible.
Yeah, I know. You are.
Yeah, but they
I
both
think we
rolled.
should
They
explore
both
your
rolled
line,
below a
I think.
5 for
We should
yours, and
find
I
the
was like,
shadiest
God,
spell we
then roll
can.
for his. It was 19. And I was like, yeah, right.
Oh yeah, name's Jacinta.
You seem to say?
Yeah, the
Alright.
race saleswoman. Alright, let's go to the bar because that's probably
Let's
the
go
best
in.
place.
I think we should find like the shadiest bar that we can. If it's
Let's
gonna
go
be
to
closed.
Littlefinger.
Oh, that's a good shout.
So let's head to Littlefinger.
I will change where I told Tom you guys went. If you go to Little Hood, you notice immediately it's a rougher district. Just the houses are more shoddily made and such. You can choose to either go to the Digit of the Broker or the Right Call.
I think we should be on the lookout for any sort of
Yeah.
small group that are very clearly celebrating something.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 guys probably.
I mean, let's
3
not
to
assume.
4.
Three, maybe 5, because there might be a band of them.
that's true.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for horses.
Well, no, there wasn't.
There
There
wasn't
wasn't
a horse.
yeah.
I mean, we can
Yeah,
just
you're
keep an eye out for horses. I mean,
Yeah,
I got no
anyway.
problem with that. Like,
I just really like horses. Just if you spot one, let me
Look,
know.
there's one.
I mean, I've
Oh,
not
look
used
at
a
him.
wild shape
Great
today
scene.
so far. I can just be one if you want.
Yeah, go on.
Say, go. Yeah, why not? You know what?
You know,
We've had a tough day. It'll make me feel better.
Right.
Okay.
It's the only
Wow.
horse you've ever seen
Right.
clip clop.
Horses?
No, I've
No,
seen
you-
horses pulling carts around.
You've seen regular
Yeah.
horses as well.
Oh.
Yeah, don't turn into Clip Clop. That's the wound's too raw.
I turn into a seahorse.
Cool.
Start flopping on the floor.
This isn't
Not
what
even
I.
a giant seahorse, right?
Yes.
This isn't even remotely what I wanted.
You see you're flopping around for about a minute, and then
And-
because of the
I'll pick
suffocation,
him
you pop back out.
Oh, if you were picking me up, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I was thinking of like as
Ow.
a seahorse, and then you go what?
I didn't.
I mean,
see
thank
that
you for
today.
picking me up. That was a very touching moment, but my spine.
So are you going to the Digit of the Broker or the Right Call?
Did
Always.
you the broker
We
sound?
should always split up and look for
You
clues.
can split up and
Oh,
look
This
for
is a
clues.
mystery.
You dare.
Alright. Come on
Should
then.
we go?
Where should we go?
We will go to
The
what
digits of the
Yeah, let's go to the digits of the broker.
Okay,
broker.
regroup here in 30 minutes. How far are the inns?
Are we literally just going for recon, having a look, and then coming back, and then we'll go to the right place?
We're going to listen.
That's a good
out.
shout, yes.
Yes.
Cool. So you split up. You guys go to the Digit, and you go to the Right Call.
Yes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
As you-
Oh, before we go, I think it might actually be better if we split up because you can perceive things from quite far away with your bird, so it can just be a random bird that's flying around in the rafters, whilst I can read lips. So us both being on the same team is probably not a
But-
good plan.
The Garth in Sirius is for us.
I'm going with
bodyguard.
Fuado.
Awesome. I forget that you guys have that relationship sometimes.
If he dies, that's just my bad.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Right, let's
It'll
go.
be fine.
Okay.
Cool. So as you split off to these two separate bars, kind of weaving your way through the Little Hood, kind of the slums as you go to these two separate dive bars in search for some clues as to what actually happened with your crew. We'll call it there for the evening.
Whoa, we get to start with an adventure.
We'll pick that up next time. I'll let you know a little something we'll need to do after the session. But yes, until then, thank you very much for joining us
Yeah,
for this
thank
session.
you.
Yeah, it's been a
Cheers.
little bit short and we've been down 2 people, but thank you very much for coming. Thank you people who followed and
Yeah.
have been active in
Yeah,
the chat
thank
as
you so
well. I
much.
can see, I think that's Baby Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've had active in chat.
Been
We
there, Flamin's been about, of course.
love people getting
yeah.
involved, and we do a climax competition every week. So who knows? You may win. You may win.
May win a shout out.
Yes,
Some
indeed.
good
And
stuff.
may not.
We'll be back sometime soon with some more D&D. If you want to find out when that is, you can go to all of our social media down below. It's the best place to find out when we're going to be streaming and, more importantly, what we're going to be streaming.
Twitter and Discord are your best bets.
Indeed. Discord, good chat, great community. Come along, join
Oh,
us,
it's wonderful.
say hi, and we'll get to know each other. It'll be fun. Also, just a shout out as well to Excelsior, as well as
Area 51.
Area 51 and Chance Encounters, based here in Bristol. Thank you for stocking our flyers. There's some great nerdy shops and a great nerdy cafe as well. So if you're ever in the Bristol area and wanted to go pick up some nerdy gear, some merch, and then go and have a chill board game, kind of like a drink or two, make sure you go and check them out. That's absolutely great. And also,
And also, beholdersgaze.com, I think I'm getting.
Yeah,
For
you
all
got it.
your dicey needs.
Yeah, all your dicey
Yeah.
needs. If you do go there, let them know that we sent you, because then they might sponsor us.
yeah, they do great mystery bags. They're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
the mystery bags are really cool. They got loads of like just really cool, nice dice. like there's glow in the dark ones. I just like them. They're just fun. They're not, and they're just a lovely dice.
Callum's
Nice
actually my
people.
biggest fan.
I really am.
I think he is.
I've got a horrible addiction to dice,
Oh,
and
wow.
they fuel it.
Oh wow.
Because you
Oh,
can't
they're
see the table
all-
right now. He's getting out about 4
Yeah,
dice
so that's
bags.
4 dice bags.
They're
so
all
far.
Beholder's
They are
Gaze
all
branded
Beholder's
dice
Gaze
bags
branded. Oh
too.
wait, there's another.
Oh, there we go.
That
We
was
got 5.
5. Beholder's Gaze.
I can't stop.
That's from Beholder's
Check
Gaze
them
as
out.
well, isn't it?
But yeah,
No, that is from Dungeons and Dice Trays.
Oh, then don't.
but yeah, go check them all out.
Dungeons
cheers.
and Boys.
Until then, as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for chatting. And most importantly, stay beautiful, you beautiful sons of bitches.
Stay nifty too.
Sayonara. Pirates!